BI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Sam Gaskell on being the man of the week. Good job, Sam.
Now rolling to his left, sets, fires deep, looks for Gaskell, caught, touchdown! Look to his right, came back to his left, rolling in the bomb to Sam Gaskell. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves! B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Began in 2018. The two teams have played each other every single year, with Sugar-Salem leading the recent series 5-2. Tonight, the interstate rivalry resumes between two programs who went to the evening undefeated, both defending state champs. Both with senior-laden field rosters with new names to the varsity field that are eager to prove that they are the real deal, just like previous teams. Tonight, the top-ranked Star Valley Braves play host to the Sugar-Salem Diggers, who are on top of the Idaho 4A power rankings. After tonight, one team will remain perfect, with the other claiming their first notch in the loss column. Good evening, and thank you for joining us live from Braves Field in the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, where we are about 35 minutes away from Star Valley and Sugar-Salem. I'm Duke Dance and Dal Erickson. Dal, other than a state championship game, this is the one the Braves and the Diggers want on the season.
Quite frankly, this is as big as a non-conference game in the state of Wyoming gets for prep high school football. This is it, because you've got two powerhouses within their respective divisions, their respective states, and they clash together. It's a game. They only meet once. They both look forward to it. They've both had success, and they both seem to kind of draw their success and improvement levels from this game. So, yeah, this is going to be a great one tonight.
Star Valley coming into the game with wins over the Shelley Russets 33-7 and a 0-week victory, then defeating Preston in Preston last week 56-14. This team has looked every bit as impressive as we thought they might be in the first two games of competition.
We've kind of harped on it through the first 3 weeks of the season, but it has been absolutely true. One of the big questions in the offseason was, how does a team that's won 20-plus games in a row stay hungry? How do they stay hungry for that fourth straight state championship? And the answer so far has been, you've got a lot of seniors of a huge senior class. They've waited their turn, and they are devouring their turn as they get a chance to play their senior year. And I think you're seeing some similar things with Sugar-Salem as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Absolutely. Sugar-Salem also bringing back a lot of seniors after graduating a lot of seniors last year. So they're very new to the varsity field for a lot of these players as well. Something that's a little different wrinkle from this Sugar-Salem team that we didn't see last year, a true dual-threat quarterback. The offensive scheme is the same, but Frank Fillmore, the QB, actually leads the team in rushing coming into this one.
As if you needed any more misdirection in the backfield with the Sugar-Salem offense. They are so deft at what they do when they hide the ball. They get you going the wrong direction, and now you have a quarterback that can take it on his own. He can hand it off. He can fake it. He can throw it downfield. And Frank Fillmore is a name you're going to need to be aware of, and the Braves have been trying to figure out Frank's game all week long.
Sugar-Salem coming in 3-0 as well, most recently defeating a common opponent of Star Valley, Shelley. That game last week with the Diggers coming out on top over the Russets by a score of 28-14. And Dallas, if there wasn't enough on the line, the coaches may not like to talk about it, the players may not be thinking about it, but tonight could be a record-breaking win if it were to occur for Star Valley.
It's kind of crazy how history works this way so often. So the last time the Braves lost was to Sugar-Salem on this field in 2023. The Braves haven't lost since. That's 23 straight games, which ties the school record set back in 1968. And so a full circle moment here. If the Braves win, then they make a little bit of history. If they lose, Sugar-Salem says, well, that's enough. So, yeah, it's just one more thing to add to this rivalry today.
It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. You're home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. About 30 minutes away from start time. Star Valley and Sugar-Salem on the way. Crimson Corner Roundup. Have a tidbit of history looking at the 1995 state championship Brave squad. We'll recap this rivalry more. Have Millie Kazare on the sideline, Wreckers Watch, and the keys to the game. When we come back, I had the chance to catch up with Star Valley senior Caleb Erickson, our senior spotlight. After this, live from Braves Field and the home opener of Star Valley football, welcoming in Sugar-Salem on the SVI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's my happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community for over 25 years with residential, commercial, and construction services, along with porta potties and septic pumping. Please remember to always bag your garbage before placing it into your can. Even the smallest breeze can cause garbage to scatter everywhere as it is being dumped into our garbage trucks. For service and questions, visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Senior Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley taking on Sugar-Salem tonight. Senior Caleb Erickson here with me today. Caleb, big week for you guys, but first let's talk about Preston last week. Another road win to go 2-0 on the season. Pretty lopsided victory for you guys. What did you take away from that game last week?
I think it was pretty fun. A little bit of competition. We didn't know how it would be going into it. And we got some time on the field, time to perfect our craft in the defensive side of things. So
absolutely. So you talk about perfecting the craft, getting ready for Sugar-Salem. Always a big week for you guys. Coach Young talks about it being like a playoff type atmosphere. What do you look forward to most when you see Sugar-Salem on the field?
I just think we both hit hard. You know, our teams are very competitive, and I like that. I like the atmosphere, just like Young was saying. I'm just ready to hit hard and see what we can do with that.
Caleb Erickson, our Senior Spotlight on SVI. All right, Caleb, when you're not playing football, which I know right now this time of year doesn't seem like that's all you do right now, right? But what other hobbies do you have? What else do you like to do?
I don't know. I'm a kind of all-around guy. I like playing golf here. Any really sport I can do with and have fun doing that. So,
do you have a favorite golf course that you go to, or do you just like to stay local in the Valley?
Just local in the Valley. That's about it.
Perfect. How about in school? Do you have a favorite class right now that you're taking?
I don't know. It's like weird, but I think English is pretty fun.
Okay, that's all right. How about a favorite teacher? Do you have a favorite right now?
I think Mrs. Phillips is pretty fun.
Cool. Caleb, what about after high school? Do you have plans? Still working on those? Where does that stand?
I don't know, honestly. I just think maybe walk on or see what my chances with D1 sounds like.
Very cool. If you could go to any college and play football right now, if you could just pick anywhere, where would you go?
Probably BYU.
All right. How about favorite music? Do you have a favorite type of music? Maybe even a favorite song?
I kind of like country right now. Getting in a little of that. Zach Bryan's probably my favorite artist. Son to Me by Zach Bryan is probably my favorite song.
That's great. How about favorite meal, favorite dinner? What's your favorite?
I kind of like pizza, honestly. That's just a casual, but yeah, pizza's good.
Nothing wrong with pizza. That's Caleb Erickson, our Senior Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Queens, we're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Live from Brays Field, it is First Bank of Wyoming and the countdown to kickoff, where you're more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and Afton. Visit gofirstbank.com. Duking down with you. Dow, it is senior night for the cheerleaders tonight, so they're being recognized right now at Brays Field as we are roughly 23 minutes or so away from kickoff time. Boy, I tell you what, Dow, it's good to be home.
Yeah, it is. It's been already been 3 weeks of the season, and we finally get to do a home game. And imagine how the kids feel. They've been out hitting for all that time. So, yeah, it's great to be home.
Home opener and none other against Sugar-Salem. Before we dig further into this game, let's send it out to the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray your knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Here's Jake Hibbard with the studio report. And this week, Jake takes a look at what we learned from last week's shootout between Cody and Riverton and how the East-West 3A pecking order is shaping up. Jake.
We got a peek of this last week as well with Riverton hosting Cody, a game that saw Cody put up 55 points. Of course, that's not so irregular, but also saw Riverton score. We've got some good... Thanks, guys. Well, we've got some good non-conference matchups this week. Of course, in Cody Douglas at the 3A level. In 4A, we've got Sheridan and Natrona. And Mountain View and Lovell's always been a good one, and both teams are once again in the top 5 this year in the 2A ranks. We've got matchups that, of course, won't matter in the standings, 4A notwithstanding, of course, but give us a peek into what maybe some matchups could be looking like come November. We got a peek of this last week as well with Riverton hosting Cody, a game that saw Cody put up 55 points. Of course, that's not so irregular, but also saw Riverton score 38 on the Bronx defense. And Wolverine senior quarterback Blake Gantenbeim threw for 324 yards and 3 touchdowns, completing 64% of his passes. Clay Sheets is your classic spread slot receiver at 5'10" and about $150. He'll also play at the Z position for Riverton. He's a precise route runner and their top vertical threat. But Riverton has a 3-headed monster at wideout with 3 legitimate targets in the 6'3" Dane Cox at the X and the 6' Peyton Larson at the Z. Through 2 games, the 3 have a combined 33 receptions. All of this vertical space has helped keep the box more open as well for their running back, Hunter Saltzgaber, who's averaging 8 yards per carry so far. But just as big a news, I think, is how powerful the Cody offense is looking. No, I mean it. I get that you become used to something, but Cody's a brand new varsity, and they come out and throw up 55 points. All right, here we go again, I suppose. Cash McFadden is the new quarterback, but still wears number 7, just like the departed legend of Maddox Fall. But dang if he doesn't throw and run a little bit like the old number 7 does. Oh, and replacement for Grady McCartan at running back, Cannon Grant has 8 attempts and is averaging 20 yards per carry. And one thing that's overlooked in Cody's dominance is how hard their defense always hits year in and year out. And folks, I'm seeing all the signs of that pursuit angle and force carrying over to this year. And I think we find out a little bit more about both of these teams today as number 4 ranked Douglas is Cody's next opponent and the struggling Red Devils face Riverton. And another game that could be intriguing tonight is number 5 Jackson as they host Buffalo. Both teams are on the edge of being a top 5 team this year. So I think we find out a little bit more about the East versus West mid-level pecking order. But it's Sugar Star Week in Afton, so that's got its own intrigue and excitement to it. So I'll send it back to you guys in the booth. Hey, Duke, watch out for the waggle.
For the waggle, Jake prepared. It's a Sugar-Salem staple in their offense as the Diggers in Afton tonight to take on the home Star Valley Braves in another great matchup in this great interstate rivalry. First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff resumes in 19 minutes, kickoff is in 19 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the SBI Sports Network. Live coverage of Star Valley sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The right company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Twin Engine 314. Well, please, we're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Frank Fillmore, the quarterback for Sugar-Salem, head coach Tyler Richens, and Sugar with their undefeated record 3-0 roll into Afton tonight to take on Star Valley in their home opener for the Braves, also undefeated on the season and looking to keep the win streak alive and even break that win streak if they can tonight. Fall River Propane flipping the burgers with the tailgate party tonight, and that's happening right now with the proceeds benefiting the Student Council. I had a burger. It was good. If you're on the way, get yourself one as well. It's highly recommended. Duke and Dal here with you. Dal, let's take a look at the Crimson Corner presented by Teton Tactical Supply.
Well, first for volleyball, had kind of a tough week result-wise, but very easily could have won them both. Lost 2 5-set thrillers, both on the road. One in Preston on Wednesday, last night in Evanston on Thursday. Cross country, they're competing. Don't have any results yet, but they've been at the Tiger Grizz Invite in Idaho Falls. I do have an update for the 4A West Regional Qualifier in Evanston. Both Star Valley golf teams qualifying for state. Both teams placing fourth. Dalton Decora, Kate Ricks, and Amelia Green earning all conference honors. And getting you caught up on some football scores earlier this week. Star Valley sophomores defeated Ridgeline 41-20 on Wednesday. The JV defeated Sugar-Salem last night 54-34. I'll be shocked if tonight's that high tonight, Duke, but we'll see. That's your Crimson Corner from Teton Tactical Supply.
Follow them on Facebook and join the Teton Tactical group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. Just search for Teton Tactical Supply. Find their group and their Facebook page with the Crimson Corner. Now how about the Roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering?
We're going to find out how good Natrona County is tonight when you look at the 4A class. Number 3 Mustangs at number 1 Sheridan. They've won, I think it's 44 or 45 in a row. I'm not sure. Number 2 Cheyenne East is at Thunder Basin. Campbell County is on I-80 against Rock Springs. Laramie at Central. That could be an interesting one. Kelly Walsh at Cheyenne South. Some of the matchups Jake touched on tonight. We're going to learn a lot about Douglas tonight as well. Douglas at Cody, Riverton at Evanston, and then that Buffalo at Jackson game will be interesting for both squads as well. Powell at Lander, Green River at Rollins. Some 2A West games of note. You got Cokeville, that played earlier this afternoon. I'll get you an update at halftime. Lovell at Mountain View. Kemmer is at Pinedale. You can listen to that one on the Spur. And Thermopolis at Warland. That is your roundup from Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com. We're approaching kickoff time, less than 15 minutes away before we begin this game. Let's go back a couple of years. 30, in fact, to 1995. It's a tidbit of history with Star Valley Medical Supply. Real answers, honest service, and quality home medical equipment. Find Star Valley Medical Supply on their brand new website at starvalleymedicalsupply.com. As John Little watches through the 1995 state championship season of Star Valley football.
The Braves came into 1995 hungry. The year before, Riverton had crushed their hopes of a three-peat. Coach Robert Linford remembers a rough start. Losses they knew they should have won. 0-3 at the beginning. But by the end of the season, Star Valley proved it was still championship caliber. Throughout the campaign, Lander emerged as Star Valley's chief opponent. The two teams met 3 times. Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs, and finally in the title game. Each matchup was a clash of styles. Then sophomore linebacker Kelly Merritt says the loss forced the Braves to make changes to their offense. By the next week, Star Valley bounced back, resoundingly defeating Jackson and regaining momentum. Postseason began in chaos, a 3-way tie with Cody and Lander in the conference. The solution? The coin toss in Riverton. Star Valley won the toss and chose to sit out the first half while Cody and Lander battled into overtime. Lander survived. The second half between Lander and Star Valley was a close fight, but a 40-yard touchdown pass by Star Valley was the difference during the game. The Braves' victory against Torrington during the playoffs paved the way for another collision with Lander, this time for the title, and with home field advantage. Merritt says that the energy of the game was unbeatable. He remembers a Lander newspaper remarking that the smoke from trucks and grilling hamburgers around the field made it difficult for the Tigers to play. Coach Linford says the fence won the day. A Lander fumble set up Star Valley inside the 6, and the Braves capitalized. By halftime, they had shut the Tigers out, up 19-0. Lander finally broke through in the third, but defensive back Aaron Allred answered a 75-yard sprint that crushed any chance of a comeback. One more score sealed it, and Star Valley left quarterback Chris Packer and the Tigers in the dust. The win didn't just bring a trophy, it reignited a dynasty. It set the stage for another championship the very next season.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
To kickoff, we're going to set it down to the field for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem presented in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware.
Support and appreciation as Star Valley's own Hallie Vickery and Emma Morton sing our national anthem.
Oh, sing and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red fire, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback, son of Nate and Brianne Hovey, senior, Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson, son of Stacy and Kevin Watson, running back and middle linebacker, senior, hometown Afton, Wyoming.
Nathan Hatterley, son of Coulter and Amanda Hatterley, running back and middle linebacker, junior, Bedford, Wyoming.
I'm Will Linford, son of Sam and Lisa Linford, tight end, defensive end, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB. I'm a senior, and I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Roman Erickson, son of Scott and Brittany Erickson, junior, wide receiver, outside linebacker, Dry Creek, Wyoming.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross, receiver, safety, senior, Smoot.
Travis Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, junior, wide receiver and corner, Fairview, Wyoming.
Eliam Tautia, son of Lilia and Eliam Tautia, running back, DN, fullback, senior, American Samoa, doing Setonga.
Caleb Erickson, son of Barton Janet Erickson, running back, defensive back, senior, Bedford, Wyoming.
Eli Christensen, son of Joe and Danae Christensen, senior, play center, defensive end, and I'm from Afton.
I'm Will Walker. I'm son of Richard and Trista Walker. I play outside linebacker and guard. I'm a senior this year, and I live in Fairview.
My name is Ryan Talbot, son of Ashley and Todd Larson. I'm an O-lineman. I'm a senior, and I'm from Alton.
My name is Dane Jensen. I'm son of Wade and Deanna Jensen. I play O-line, D-line. I'm a senior, and I'm from Afton, Wyoming.
Kevin Philby, son of Jane and Frank Philby, O-line and linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Crew Don Joy Morgan, son of Christian and Leanne Morgan, wide receiver and outside linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson, wide receiver, DB. I'm a senior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming.
My name is Dax Button, son of Ashley and Kevin Button, wide receiver, DB, junior, and Star Valley.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
Starting lineups presented by Mountain Star Products. Coin toss taking place right now. Millie Kazare down on the sidelines for the Miles CPA sideline report with Coach McKay Young. Millie.
All right, thanks, Duke. So, Coach, big game tonight. What have you done to prepare for this game?
Practice, and a whole lot more practice. This is one that you have circled on your calendar every single year, just because you're going to get as good of a team as we see athletically, as far as the way they're coached, the tradition, the culture, the expectation of success that Sugar has. So I don't know that we do anything necessarily really different. It's one you can't help but get excited for. This one doesn't require a great pregame speech. The boys are pumped.
Yeah. And what makes this week different from others based on like the high level of competition between these two programs?
I mean, more of the same. Just it's a playoff type game because we take great pride in the fact that we have the chance to represent the 307. They're obviously doing the same for the 208. And, you know, when you have two programs that have had as much success as we have in our respective states, there's some pride that goes into it. And to be able to be kind of the flag bearer for our state and the quality of football that we play in the Cowboys state is a responsibility, but it's also a privilege.
And last question, what are the most challenging things to prepare for when playing Sugar-Salem?
Just their speed and their power. They're just different athletically from about everybody that we see. And that's not to say that we don't see other, you know, powerful and fast teams in conference play, but Sugar-Salem, they do it differently. They're in the weight room, on the track, and all the other sports that they participate in, like fans here will see they're bigger, faster, stronger than really anybody else we see. So it's just fun to measure yourself up against a good opponent like that.
For sure. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I think it's going to be a wonderful game.
It's going to be fun.
All right, back to you.
Amelia Kazare on the sidelines with Coach McKay Young and the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Locations in Afton and Alpine. Call 885-0055. Sugar-Salem wins the coin toss. They elect to defer. Star Valley will receive the opening kick. They'll do so from the north end zone on their home opener here at Brays Field. Now let's take a look at the rivalry presented by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Looking at this rivalry, it's a new one, but it's a good one. Started in 2018. Overall, the Diggers lead the series 5-2 here in Afton. The Diggers hold a 2-1 advantage. The last game, the Braves won it last year in Sugar City, 27-21. Looking at some of the trends, last year Star Valley Wind snapped a 4-game Sugar-Salem win streak in the series. Star Valley's last loss came to Sugar-Salem right here in 2023. And that's a look at your rivalry brought to you by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Remember, when you're impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. This message from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. How about the Records Watch with the help of Star Valley Disposal?
Well, tonight with 2 passing touchdowns, Phoenix Hubby would tie Todd Luthi from 1975 and Jeff Lowe from 1983 for touchdown passes in a season. Kind of gives you an idea of how the evolution of offenses have changed a little bit. With 69 yards tonight, Cooper Lancaster would reach 700 career receiving yards. And with 49 yards tonight, Roman Erickson would pass Judd Rich on the career receiving yards list. That's a look at your Records Watch from Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com. And Al, as the starters are about to be announced here at Brays Field, Star Valley lined up on their home sideline, ready for their starters to run through and be announced. Let's take a look at your keys to the game, presented by SVI News.
Well, there's a reason it's key number 1. Turnovers will likely decide this game. You've got 2 really good teams, really good programs. If you turn the ball over tonight, it's probably going to cost you and cost you big. Key number 2, the Braves need to force 3rd and long into this running attack of Sugar-Salem. They're not going to punt it, maybe not at all, but they're certainly not going to do it very much. Key number 3, need to rally to the ball on defense. Sugar likes to break tackles, get extra yardage after contact. And then key number 4, the Braves need to convert on their own 3rd down opportunities. That's a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by SVI News.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SVI News as we put the wraps on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. You're home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit GoFirstBank.com. That is GoFirstBank.com. The home opener for Star Valley, hosting the Sugar-Salem Diggers. Star Valley in their home crimsons from head to toe, all the way down. White numbers and the gold trim on the shoulder pads, while Sugar in the road whites, they're white from head to toe, with the blue Sugar-Salem and the SS on the helmets and the blue numbers on the front and the back for the visiting Sugar-Salem Diggers. Now you go back to this game last year. That was out in Sugar City, Idaho. You had the game-winning touchdown catch from Roman Erickson, a breakout game for him offensively. That was the go-ahead in the game-winning touchdown. He was a sophomore. He's back in this game now as a junior. Other than that, you have kids like Cooper Lancaster, who's a big part of that game, but a lot of new faces on both sides of the ball. And boy, you heard Coach Young talk about it. Other than the state championship game and postseason play, this is a huge one for both these two programs.
Well, and as you mentioned, you don't got to search for motivation in this game. Both of these programs want this win. They know what it's going to take to win tonight. I really think the linebackers and running backs are going to be the big key in this game for both teams. Watch those types of players, the ones who are probably some of the most physical on the field and types of yard per carry. I look for a guy like Kyan Watson, first year starting on offense in a game like this. It'll be interesting to see how everybody does.
Starters have been announced, and we're ready to go. Again, Sugar-Salem won the opening coin toss. They have elected to defer to the second half, so Star Valley will take the football, and they will receive it on the north end zone as we are just moments away now from kicking off Star Valley and Sugar-Salem. What a rivalry this has been over the last few years, dating back to 2018. In recent history, it's been a fun one every step of the way, and here we go again. Two undefeated teams, Star Valley 2-0, Sugar-Salem 3-0, as Button and Lancaster go back to return the opening kickoff, and that will be given to them by Latrell Markle of Sugar-Salem.
Latrell is a junior, and typically Sugar-Salem, let's just say they're kind of like when Boise was winning all those BCS games. You may not even know who the kicker is because they go for two all the time. They go for it on fourth down. They don't punt it a lot. They don't kick a lot of field goals, but we'll see what kind of leg he has here on the kickoff. This might be the only time you see him other than kickoffs.
What a great atmosphere for the home opener as well. The grandstand's jam-packed. Everybody lined up around the outside of the bleachers as well. A great night for September football on an overcast evening in Afton, Wyoming. It's Sugar-Salem and Star Valley. Whistle, kick, and we're underway. Deep kick is going to send it back into the end zone for a touchback. No chance on a return from Cooper Lancaster or Dax Button, and it's 1st and 10 for the Star Valley Braves. Out comes quarterback Phoenix Hovey, one of the many seniors on this roster. Phoenix, what a start to his season as a first-time varsity starter.
Yeah, 9 touchdown passes to 2 interceptions through the first 2 games. Duke, I want to give a shout out to the community. What a great crowd we got here tonight. This is going to be fun.
Fun atmosphere indeed as we're ready to roll. Trips to the right side for Hovey. 2 receivers left, and the Braves will spread out the offense on the first play from scrimmage. Snaps for the ball, looks left, quick out, caught by Thompson for a 4-yard gain on first down before he's wrapped out of bounds and taken down.
Travis had a big game last week and Preston over 100 yards to lead the way. Had some big plays. This one just a short one. But anytime you can knock off 4 yards or more on first down, that really is what the goal is against a team like Sugar-Salem.
Hegwald on the tackle on the outside for Sugar-Salem, setting up a 2nd down and 6 yards to go from their own 24. Empty backfield again. Hovey with time, throws, has a man, Lancaster, and just missed him. Lancaster looking on his left shoulder. The ball went outside to his right shoulder. Couldn't quite get there, and that's a miss for the Braves. That one could have gone 6, 3rd down.
Yeah, absolutely did what you wanted it to do from a play calling standpoint. Got somebody open, just, kind of went to the wrong shoulder. And a lot of times Cooper can recover, but not that time.
That stops the clock with 11:23 and a big 3rd down early in the game. Again, spread offense, nobody in the backfield with Hovey. Shotgun, 3 receivers right, 2 to his left. Nickel defense by Sugar-Salem. Hovey will throw, looking left. Time, throws, man, and missed him. Looking for Lancaster on the sideline. He was cutting towards the sideline, and that's an incompletion. The Braves go 3 and out.
Maybe a little hyped up out there in a game like this. Those 2 passes maybe just a little bit off the mark from what we've seen. Phoenix only had 2 incompletions all last week against Preston. He was 11 of 13 through the air.
Tate Lawson will come out and punt for Star Valley. Back to return is Sam Chappell for Sugar-Salem along with Ace Clark. They're standing on their own 35-yard line after the Sugar-Salem defense gets a 3 and out to open the game. Here's a high kick. Going to be a fair catch called for at the 41-yard line and made by Sugar-Salem. Pulled in by Sam Chappell with a Brave right in his nostrils, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Digger offense.
That was such a high kick. Crew Morgan got there before the ball did. But, good job by the Sugar-Salem defense there, forcing a 3 and out. And now this is exactly what Sugar-Salem wants. They want a short field. They want a defensive, dominating performance, and then they want to impose their will with their ground game. So first chance we get a look tonight at Frank Fillmore, number 16, their quarterback.
11 minutes, 11 seconds to go, the opening quarter of play in Star Valley. 1st and 10 now for Sugar-Salem from their own 41-yard line. They're on the wing tee. That means 2 split backs behind and an H back to the right side. Under center is going to be Frank Fillmore. A lot of misdirection, misconception. They're going to try and get the defense to bite and then send the ball one way. This time they hand it off to Tonks. He's one of the featured backs, and he'll go forward off the right side for just 2 yards to set up 2nd and 8 from the 43.
This is one of those matchups against a team that they're so good at execution that the little hesitation from the linebackers and the guys on the edge, Sugar-Salem feasts on that kind of stuff. So quite honestly, 2 yards is, you'll take that all game long if you can get it.
Clock down to 10:44 to go. Still first quarter. Same formation. Split backs with the H on the left. There's going to be another handoff up the middle and just another 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 now to go. 3rd down, and 6 after they'll just give him 1 on that up to the 45.
I'm not sure that was on purpose. That one looked like Frank Fillmore almost had to kind of regather the ball. And him being as athletic as he is, he's able to surge forward and get about 3. But I don't know if that was actually what was supposed to happen there.
So 3rd and 6 after the 1-yard gain. 10:08 to go in the opening quarter, and the Braves defense looking for a 3 and out. Sugar has to get to the Star Valley 49 to convert. This time we'll see Fillmore in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Calls for the ball, has it, left, slant, caught, 1st down in Braves territory, broken tackle, and the cleanup, ball's out, ball's loose, and a roll out of bounds, but the fumble will go backwards and push Sugar-Salem behind the yard to gain. At the initial catch, it was 1 yard behind the sticks, then he made a move, went backwards, ball's poked out. They are going to spot the ball where the fumble occurred, not where it went out of bounds. No, it's where it goes out of bounds, and so instead of 1st down, it's 4th and 6. No gain on the play.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how to stat that.
So it's going to be a 7-yard completion with a fumble, right?
And then a loss just team loss of 6, I guess, somewhere in that range.
What a big play for the Star Valley defense. That was a 1st down. I didn't see who forced the fumble and poked the ball out, but that was big. So out comes Sugar to punt away. They'll kick it, low punt. It's going to be squibbed down the field, and Thompson will not field it. He'll let it bounce all the way inside the 10. It would have been tough off the hop, and Sugar downs it at the 8. So what was not a good punt ends up rolling all the way down inside the 10 to pin Star Valley deep. Here's a look at that replay. You see the catch there, that's a 1st down.
That's Dylan Hershey. Oh, no, that's Travis Thompson.
Thompson put his head on the football and poked the ball loose. What a big play.
Dylan Hershey was the first one in the frame, and then, Travis Thompson, 24, came in. So if you had both teams punting on their initial possession bingo card, you won. Congratulations.
Wow. And that was a 1st down until Thompson denied. So now Star Valley, after going 3 and out, will set up in the shotgun once again. Hovey looks to throw again. Goes deep left, man-man coverage, fighting for the ball. Buttons pushed and shut down. He doesn't get to it, but there's 2 flags on the play. That'll be pass interference as Hovey was fighting for position, and he just gets shoved down to the ground. That'll be pass interference.
And that one looked like when it came out of Phoenix's hands, I didn't know if Dax was even going to be able to get in the vicinity, but he proved me wrong, showed off some speed. And there was some good fighting all the way up the sideline. The officials deemed enough for the flag. And that will go against the defense.
That will result in a 1st down for Star Valley and push the ball up to the 23-yard line. And high school ball, that's not a spot foul, that's a 15-yard penalty. So it's going to be at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Braves.
So from the 8 to the 23.
Caleb Erickson in the backfield for Star Valley. Man in motion is Lancaster. Throw to Lancaster. Cooper looks for the edge, hops through the initial surge and only gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe another yard, and that's it.
Right side.
2nd down, and they will give him 1, about half, so about 9.5 to go. Spotted at the 23-yard line.
Sugar-Salem. The thing about Sugar-Salem, they're so good at what they do, and then as we said, these teams have been playing each other at the freshman level, at the JV level, at the varsity level for the past 7 years. They know some of the tricks.
4 receivers again. This time in the backfield is Hatterley. Nathan will swap from the right hip to the left hip of Hovey. 2 receivers on either side as Phoenix will throw. Goes deep again. Ball's tipped and intercepted. Tipped at the line and picked off by the Diggers and taken back to inside the 24-yard line. Kimball Tonks with the INT, and Sugar-Salem has it deep in Star Valley territory.
That one was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if we can see a number. 20.
Caden Nate was the one who tipped it. Kimball Tonks was the one who came down with the pick.
And that's terrific field position here for the Diggers on the Star Valley 23.
Sets up 1st and 10 now. 8:42 to go in an opening first quarter. Still 0-0, but Sugar in business. Wing T set. Hand off to Clark. He goes right, spins out of an initial tackle, then lunges ahead inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 5 to go for Sugar.
Nice gainer there for Ace Clark. In fact, that made me closer to 6. Call it a long 4 if you want. And significant yardage on 1st down. That's what you want through Sugar-Salem.
8 minutes, 13 seconds and rolling in the first quarter.
I guess you'll take that if you're anybody. But
here is a pistol now look set for Frank Fillmore in the shotgun with Tonks to his back right side. Hand off to Tonks. He's going to go ahead inside the 15, tackled shy at about the 12, maybe 13-yard line. Will be really close to a 1st down depending on the spot here, and it is enough. That will move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Diggers.
I was going to say it looked like he had it by about a half a yard, and he does. A couple of 5-yard plus gains back to back.
First down of the game. After it's the 4th possession, if you will. Star Valley had 2, a punt and an interception. This is Sugar's 2nd after going 3 and out on their first drive. But now a 1st down, under center. Hand off Tonks, has a nice hole inside the 10, down to the 5. They'll spot him about 7. No, maybe down to the 6, where the ball was when he came down. 2nd down and 3 to go for Sugar-Salem.
That was a big hole up front, forced open by the Sugar-Salem offensive line, and Tonks scampered his way right through there. He's got 3 carries, 14 yards so far in this game.
7 minutes, 15 seconds remains on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard in the first quarter. Sugar-Salem will break the huddle. The flank wide right with Ace Clark. 2 receivers over to the left, and a shotgun look here for Fillmore with Tonks in the backfield left-hand side. Takes the ball, hands off to Tonks. No hole, but he does get through and is stopped shy of the goal line. Should have enough, though, for a 1st down, and it will be 1st and goal from the 3 for Sugar-Salem.
4 more yards for Kimball Tonks. And you see those big 3 guys up front, 54 and 66 for Sugar-Salem. Carson Richens and Benson Schuthies. They were plowing the road right there.
Fillmore runs from the sideline with the play to call it in the huddle. 1st and goal, Sugar-Salem looking to strike first as they go back to the wing tee. Quarterback keeper up the middle. It's close, but short. Inside the 1, just shy of the goal line. 2nd and goal now for Sugar. Clock continues to tick down to 6:12.
And so far on this short field after the interception, Sugar-Salem's been leaning on Star Valley and finding some success right up the middle. They're going to have to find something here to fight them back here with their back against the wall here at the 1-yard line.
Once again, Frank Fillmore jogs in from the sideline with the play call from Coach Richens. He'll flank out Davin Carlson wide to the right this time, but Fillmore under center. Quarterback keeper again, looks for the push, stretches the ball across, a flag on the play. There is a touchdown call, but there's going to be a sideline warning. Will that negate the touchdown on a sideline warning?
What this is, I think it's assisting the runner.
Oh, it is aiding the runner.
And I was wondering about this. You see Kimball Tonks. Kimball Tonks came right in there 33, and he was just flat out pushing Frank Fillmore. And the reason I know that that's the call is because we saw this in the freshman game right before this one. So that's going to cost Sugar-Salem 5 yards. It'll stay 2nd down. So about 2nd and 2nd and goal from about the 5.5.
No touchdown. 5:33 to go. Once again, Fillmore under center. Defense adjusting in Hand off to Tonks. He's hit by Mount Tawatuya. Falls forward across the 5. But Eli Mount Tawatuya stops that one to make it 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
We'll call it about a yard plus, but yeah, Eli Mount Tawatuya comes in, number 0, sheds his blocker, and he's right there. Crew Morgan right there as well.
Big 3rd down here for Sugar-Salem. From the Star Valley 4, Braves looking for a big stand inside the 5.
Sugar-Salem 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far.
Phil Moore in the shotgun, 2 receivers right. Tonks with him on the right side in the backfield. Calls for it, rolls to his right, looks to throw, has a man caught, shy of the goal line, but he stretches across, he's in. He was tackled almost shy by Thompson, but stretches the ball across the goal line and is able to score 6 points of the first TD of the game.
It's a pretty good hit there by the Star Valley defense. See Thompson comes up and hits him. Boy, he's able to grab that and stretch that across.
Star Valley 0.
Good look at it there on the Fall River Propane replays. Ace Clark with the stretch to score with 4:39 remaining in the opening quarter. In for the PAT is Markle. Snap, hold, kick, good. 7-zip. Sugar on top first on the SVI Sports Network.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefootandAnkle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefootandAnkle.clinic.
This is Star Valley Football on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Sugar's Ace Clark stretches across the goal line to score first. PAT's good. Diggers lead the Braves 4:39 in Star Valley's home opener. Still to go in the first period. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus Color Towel kickoff. This one's fieldable by Cooper Lancaster at the 15. Looks for the wall on the sideline. Cooper up the 35, 40, and he is ridden out of bounds at the 45. A great return for Cooper Lancaster. The Braves have it 1st and 10 from the 45. Jake Hibbert has a studio report and an update for us on the Cody Douglas game. Here's Jake.
Thanks, guys. So I told you in pregame, Cash McFadden can run a little black Maddox ball. Well, this run comes with Cody leading 14-7. Look at him cut right through that NFHS network fog and keep rolling. Halftime, Cody leads at 21-7.
That is the studio report with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Braves now looking to answer Sugar's touchdown. They have good field position, good thanks to a nice return from Cooper. Here's a handoff left side, able to find Watson, and Kyan's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at the 45.
You know, another thing that Sugar-Salem does, just by the nature of their philosophy on offense, at least when Star Valley's played them, you look at that last drive, Duke, after the interception. They were on the Star Valley 23. They chewed up 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go 23 yards and get that touchdown. There's just likely not going to be as many possessions in this game as you might necessarily get against somebody else.
Here is the 2nd and 10. Now we have Nathan Hatterley in the backfield for Star Valley. Man in motion across the formations, Will Linford rolling to that side on the right. Pump fake. Hovey steps up, fires to an open Lancaster and missed him. And they just have not been able to connect. Cooper's been open, and that time a little hitch route, and it just went over his head and incomplete.
Yeah, that's the second time Cooper's actually had really good space around him to work with. The last one might have even been a touchdown. This time, though, he sits down and had good room to work with, just too high. Like I said, I don't know if it's an adrenaline thing or what, but the passes have been a little bit off so far.
And Cooper patting his chest, saying that's on him. Maybe Hovey thinking he was going to go a little bit deeper, and instead Cooper settled into the zone. So it is 3rd and 10 now after the incompletion. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the first period. Star Valley down 7-0.
Braves 0 for 1 on 3rd down.
Pistol set here. Hovey has Lancaster in the backfield with him. Sets him up on the right side. He'll throw. Pressured out of the pocket, rolling right. Has time. Fires, has Cooper. This time it's caught for a first down. Good enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down to move the chains across the 40-yard line inside Digger territory.
Well, that's one of those maybe where a couple of them have gone awry. That one, Cooper Lancaster latched onto that thing like it was his favorite puppy. Mine!
That time out of the backfield for the reception and the first down of the game for Star Valley. 3:28 to go in the opening quarter. Same look formation with Cooper in the backfield to the right side hip of Hovey in the shotgun. Hovey rolls to his right again, steps up, goes to Cooper again, and caught going up. Did he get his foot down? He did. Great catch by Cooper. It is going to be a short gain on just a quick out route for the backfield. Actually continues to go all the way down to the 32-yard line to make it 2nd and 4.
So-called gain of 6. Right now, Cooper, I guess you're calling it 7, so 3 catches for 25 yards so far for Cooper Lancaster.
Couple good look at us there on the Fall River Propane replay. And Coach Young just trying to get these guys in a rhythm with now Cooper playing some Wildcat. Lancaster, who's had some quarterback experience, will be in the Wildcat set here. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right on a 2nd down and 4, and a whistle at the snap of the football to blow the play dead. Going to be a dead ball foul, false start on Star Valley to march him back 5 yards.
And sometimes that can happen. You're doing something a little out of the ordinary. Maybe somebody's rocking forward early a little bit. First penalty of the game on the Braves, 5 yards, and that'll push them back to make it from 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 9. Phoenix Hovey back in now to his traditional spot.
Got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Hovey calls for it, steps up, flushed out of the pocket, steps back again, lobs it to the sideline, caught by Erickson. Roman went up and snagged it out of the air on the sideline. Somehow came down with it, and he'll be close to a first down. It is a Star Valley Orthodontics first down on the lob, like it was a basketball shot down to Hovey.
I'll be honest, when I first saw Phoenix throw that, I thought he was throwing it away.
And that's another
Instead, it's a 9-yard gain.
1st and 10 now from the Sugar 27-yard line. The drive stays alive. This time I formation. Pitch back in a hole for Watson. He'll roll and rumble down inside the 15-yard line for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Gain of 13 for Watson. And look at the hole right there. Cleared out. Phoenix Hovey helped clear it out. Eli and Matautia there
quickly
as well.
Back to the line. Watson again, left side on the pitch. He breaks through inside the 10, able to turn nothing into something for about 5 yards, and the Braves driving deeper inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Coach Young immediately going no huddle offense after they pick up a couple first downs. Clock down to 2:40 remaining in the first period. Star Valley trailing 7-0 against Sugar-Salem, but on the march. Kyan Watson in the backfield.
Caleb Erickson on that tight end spot as well.
Flanked wide to the right is Dax Button. Lancaster wide left. Hand off to Watson. He'll spin, look for the 5, and he'll be stopped about the 6-yard line to make it 3rd and 1.
Walter Fillmore in there on that stop, number 17.
Oh, say 3rd and a long 1, maybe 2. Ball spotted down to the 6. They need to get just across the 5 to convert. Braves huddle up this time on a big 3rd down as we hit the 2-minute mark. Watson in the backfield. Matautia, the lead blocker from the fullback, and the hole is not there. Hit at the line of scrimmage. They are going to give him a little bit, but it will be 4th and short for Star Valley.
Watch number 50, Matthew Madsen, submarine through here. There's a little bit of a delay. There you see him right there, and he's able to knife through and get Watson's leg. That wasn't the cleanest pitch back we've seen on the bread and butter, and that little hesitation gave Madsen a chance to cut through and stop the play.
Without hesitation, Coach Young will go for it. 4th and 1 from inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone at the Sugar-Salem 6-yard line. Braves trailing by a touchdown. They need 1 yard to go to move the chain. Matautia, the fullback. Once again, Watson, the tailback. Here's an end around handoff to Gaskell. He'll have the first down inside the 5. A counter play to Gaskell on the right side, and he'll move the chains with a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
I'll tell you what, Coach Young has more wrinkles in his offense than a retirement home. Watch this. It's like you don't know where it's going. Oh, here comes Sam Gaskell. That was pretty.
That was an arm tackle that saved the touchdown. Sam was almost in for 6, and he's tackled at the 2-yard line. First and goal from the 2 at the 56. Now Star Valley knocking on the door. They go big up front with Watson and Mautatia. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Hovey spins, but he can't get across the line of scrimmage. He'll be stopped shy for no gain on the play. Second and goal.
I'm going to give Sugar-Salem some credit here, too. This is a heavy package for Star Valley, and they have pushed teams out of the way when they've gone to this formation the first 2 weeks of the year, and Sugar's making them work for every yard.
Coach Young will switch out the personnel. He'll put in Nathan Hatterley in the backfield, button back into the right side with Lancaster playing it tight on that end as well. Erickson, also Caleb Erickson on that right side. Hatterley to the left, and there's going to be a foul or a whistle, a timeout on the play by Coach Young. He didn't like what he was looking at, and it'll be a Star Valley timeout. Second and goal from the 2 when we come back on SVI.
Are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Here is the second and goal from the 3. Handoff to Hatterley, has a hole, looks for the goal line, dives across, and it's a touchdown. Hatterley from 3 yards away, and it's 7-6, a PAT away from a tie game.
Nice block there. You saw some celebration. Number 53, Cash Thompson. Watch the line do their job. In fact, that's Cash who led the way, and then Nathan diving over his teammates back in for 44 over the top of 53 and in for 6.
Good job by Talbot pulling over there and clearing things out too as the PAT is good. We're tied 7-all, 6.8 to go in the first period on the SBI Sports Net.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
This is Preston Ross, and these INTs are live on SBI.
3-yard touchdown run for Nathan Hatterley, and the PAT ties the game 7-all, 6.8 to go in the first quarter. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff from Tate Lawson. Runs ahead, boots it away over to the right sideline. It is returnable for Carlson, but he lets it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. It will be 1st and 10 from the 20. We have Jake Kibbert standing by. He has a studio update presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. What's going on with Jackson Buffalo tonight, Jake?
Well, we got Grant Johnson throwing a screen pass here as it will go 58 yards down the field. As you see that completion, he is off to the races, and we're into the third quarter, guys. Buffalo trails Jackson 14-0. Back to you.
Great report and update with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Jake Kibber down 6.8 seconds to go in the first quarter, tied 7-all between the Braves and the Diggers.
Yeah, it's been a good game so far. Both teams have been able to capitalize on short fields. That's been kind of the story of the first quarter.
Shotgun set for Fillmore. Looks to his right, wide receiver screen caught by Clark, but he's tackled after a gain of a few. Clark is able to drag the tackler for about 5, and there's the horn to end the first quarter. 2nd and 5 when we come back, tied at 7, Star Valley, Sugar-Salem on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Sam Gaskell on being the man of the week. Good job, Sam.
Now rolling to his left, sets, fires deep, looks for Gaskell, caught, touchdown! Look to his right, came back to his left, rolling in the bomb to Sam Gaskell.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
In the first quarter, Sugar strikes first after a Star Valley turnover, but the Braves answer after a nice return on the ensuing kickoff from Cooper to set up a 55-yard field. Braves dry. We're knotted up 7-7 to start the second. Hand off to Tonks up the middle for Sugar-Salem. He'll be stopped shy of the yard to gain on a 2nd and 5. Actually, they spotted up closer to the 30. And it looks like it'll be about a half-yard short of the first down, maybe even less than that, 3rd and inches.
I don't mean to overspeak when I talk about Sugar-Salem's run game, but this is exactly what I think of when I think of Sugar-Salem. 3rd and short. They ground you, they grind you out, they convert 3rd and short all night long, 3rd or 4th and short, and then as soon as you think you have a stop, they beat you over the top.
3rd and inches. Everybody up in the box. Turn, hand to Tonks. He'll have the first down and more. Here he goes, 40, 50. Can they catch him? Being chased by Linford. 20. He's actually tackled by Zach Thompson inside the 15. Or down to the 50. Yeah, inside the 15. Zach Thompson with the diving touchdown saving tackle. But Kimball Tonks just ripped off a big one for the Sugar-Salem.
51-yard run.
51 yards for Tonks. Boy, good hustle from Zach. I actually thought that was 6 once he broke free of the main pack.
Now Sugar back inside the red zone at the Star Valley 14-yard line. Clock under 11 minutes to go. Sugar lines back up. Fillmore under center. Handoff up the middle. The Braves this time bottle it up for just a short gain on the play. On the carry was Walt Fillmore. He's just a sophomore, and Walt comes in after Tonks needed a breather on the big run, and Walt will get about 2 yards.
He is a sophomore.
2nd down and 8.
10 minutes, 27 seconds to go. And Star Valley defense looking for something big here.
By far the biggest play of the game there, that 51-yard scamper from Kimball Tonks.
Ball at the Star Valley 12-yard line and a 2nd down and 8 for Sugar-Salem.
Fillmore still in there at running back.
Fillmore will hand off to Clark. Looks for the outside, and he is going to sneak through and get in. Ace Clark on the end around and a touchdown. 10:01 to go, and Sugar answers 13-7. Now Sugar-Salem on top.
2nd touchdown of the half by Ace Clark. He caught one in the first quarter. This time he gets the corner and scampers in on the rush.
Now the PAT to make it a 7-point game.
Latrell Markle to attempt the point after
Once
touchdown.
again, Markle will kick, Clark will hold. Snap is clean, the kick is good, and it's 14-7. Sugar back on top on SVI.
Sugar-Salem.
Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
This is Bill Riley, voice of the Utah Utes, and you're watching the Star Valley Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Sugar-Salem responds after a Star Valley touchdown. They retake the lead up 14-7 with 10:01 to go in the second quarter. Star Valley and Sugar-Salem. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff from Latrell Martell. Once again, Star Valley back to return. It's going to be a squib kick. Fielded by the up back at the 20, runs all the way across the field, broken tackle to the 30, and knocked it out of bounds shy of the 35-yard line. That was a pretty good return by the up back.
I'm still looking for a number. I thought it was 20-something, 28.
Yeah, that's going to be Cope on the return for Star Valley.
Tell you what, that's a pretty good move when you're not expecting the ball.
9:54 to go in the second quarter of play. Star Valley back down by a touchdown, 14-7.
That was Ikaika Cope, another one of those seniors we were talking about.
Hovey in the shotgun. Lancaster in motion from left to right, playing slot. Hovey rolls that direction. Looks downfield, pump fakes, nobody open. Has to keep scrambling. Looks downfield some more, and he'll have to throw it away. Actually, they almost did connect with his receiver coming back to him, but it's knocked away out by Caffrey of Sugar-Salem, and it's incomplete.
I wonder if Phoenix was thinking there for a second, he was just going to throw it away and then thought maybe Roman had come open at this the last second. In either case, avoiding a sack. And good coverage there for Sugar-Salem.
Makes it 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 9 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Second quarter with Lancaster again playing slot left. Over there on that left side with him is Zach Thompson. Trips to the right side, Hovey shotgun. Spread offense again for Star Valley against the nickel defense put on by Sugar. Looking to his left is Hovey. Fires that way, has a man. Caught, nope, dropped. Was looking for Cooper Lancaster on a curl route towards the sideline. Pass was a little shy and Cooper couldn't haul it in.
Those guys they've had a couple catches, but they've had some misses tonight too. Usually that connection's rock solid, and tonight they're working through some, I don't know, like I said, I'm chalking it up to adrenaline. This is a high intensity game.
3rd and 10 now for Star Valley. After 2 incompletions. This time in the backfield is Watson to play tailback. He's to the right side of Hovey in the shotgun, trips to the right, one left. Hovey looks right, looking, fires deep, and he's going to overthrow his man, trying to find Travis Thompson. And are they going to call a PI? There's the flag. Thompson kind of stopped on the route. I think Hovey wanted him to keep going through it deep. As Thompson tried to restart running, they're going to say maybe some contact there. We'll see if it's offense or defense.
Maybe just my perception, Duke. That seemed like it came out really late.
Officials will discuss.
Maybe they discussed it and then threw a flag. I'm not sure.
It is pass interference to call on the defense.
And that's the second one of those tonight on Sugar-Salem. 3 penalties, 35 yards. The Sugar crowd, which is a pretty good one, does not like it. The Star Valley crowd, as you might guess, thinks it's a wonderful call.
Coaching staff, multiple Sugar coaches expressing their opinion on the call, as it does give Star Valley a first down. And did it? And they just called it unsportsmanlike conduct on Sugar-Salem, so that's another 15 yards. So as they argue the call, the officials felt like they went too far, and that's 15 more yards. So that's 30 yards in back-to-back penalties just like that on what was 3 incompletions for Star Valley.
So now the Braves set up at the Sugar-Salem 36.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by Sugar-Salem. We'll take the timeout. 9 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Now Star Valley in Sugar territory on SVI.
Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
After the Sugar-Salem timeout, a couple flags on the Diggers. One a pass interference and then one a personal foul against the coaching staff of Sugar after they didn't appreciate the first call. And so that gives Star Valley a first down inside Sugar-Salem territory. That drive was dead. It was going to be 4th and 10.
Yeah.
After 3 incompletions. But now Star Valley with life again. They're trailing 14-7, 9:34 to go in the second quarter. Ball all spotted all the way down to the Sugar 36-yard line. Hovey with 2 receivers on either side. Looks to throw again. Steps up, fires deep, looks to Thompson, off his fingertips. It was good coverage, would have been a real tough catch as Thompson was reaching out to try and bring that in. And it's another incompletion.
I thought that was really good coverage. The names are cut off just a little bit on my roster. I think that's Ben Hegwald, number 7, and I think he played that really well.
Hegwald is correct, by the way.
Huh, nice to know.
Yeah. Truncated name or not, it's Hegwald.
Well, like the part of the E was cut off, so.
Here's the 2nd and 10. Lancaster in motion. Handoff to Cooper. He's going to throw. Steps up, completed, tackled immediately. A little trick play. Handoff to Cooper, who then fires down the field to Roman Erickson for a 6-yard gain. Defense didn't bite, but it does give Star Valley 6 yards.
And that's a heck of a play by Ace Clark, who comes up and makes probably the Star Valley sideline intake their breath a little bit as he closes on that.
I don't know if you saw in the Fall River Propane replay, but that ball was barely tipped as well. It came out of Cooper's hand well, and then it wobbled after being a fingertip on it. So Sugar almost got to that when they have an interception earlier in the game off a tip pass. Here's another 3rd down for Star Valley, 3 yards to go from the 30-yard line. In the backfield with Hovey is Nathan Hatterley to the left side. Braves will check the wristbands, and Coach Young will call a timeout, his second called timeout of the game. 8:43 to go in the second. It'll be 3rd and 4 when we come back.
Trey Barnes, and these big hits are live on SVI.
Coach Young has 1 timeout remaining. He's trailing 14-7 with 8:43 to go in the second quarter, and it's a 3rd and 4 for Star Valley.
Star Valley 1 of 4 on 3rd down so far in this half.
2 receivers to the left. In the backfield is Hatterley. Hovey, play action. Fires middle, caught near the first down, tackled immediately. It's going to be really close. I think forward progress will move the chains, and it will. That'll be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Will Linford on the reception to move the chains.
Again, that is really good coverage by Ace Clark. He was right in there. That's a good job of Will to hang on to that ball because Ace Clark was raking at it.
Sets up a new set of downs for Star Valley now at the Sugar 25-yard line. Braves trying to answer the most recent Sugar touchdown. Hovey will throw, pump fakes, goes short under his man, and no flag on that one. Looking for Will Linford in the middle, and an incompletion to make it 2nd and 10.
Let's look at that again here on our Fall River Propane replay.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the
All
Braves.
spotted at the 25. Clock stops there at 8:07.
Start Alley crowd wanted a flag. Sugar crowd said that is fine.
Roman Erickson and Dax Button sub back into the game. They're going to flank out wide to the right side with Thompson and Lancaster on the left. Thompson playing the slot. In the backfield again is Hatterley. Hovey calls for the ball. Quick pump fake. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Still looking. Flag on the play. Hits Thompson at the 10 and tackled near the 5, but it's coming back. There's going to be a hold in the backfield. And so it was going to be a first down, but 2 flags and a hold on Star Valley will negate the play, and it will be 2nd down and a really long way.
Yeah, these flags are sitting back at the 30.
Clock is stopped at 7:58 to go. The flag sitting at the 30. And again, in high school, that's not a spot foul like you see in the NFL. It's just a 10-yard penalty. So that's going to be from the 25 back to the 35.
Second penalty of the game on the Braves, totaling 15 yards. So that's they've been pretty clean, but yeah, that one cost them about 25, 30 yards. And yeah, definitely some holding back there.
Was going to be 1st and goal from the 5, but the penalty makes it 2nd and 20 from the 35. Empty backfield for Phoenix, and the spread set. Looking left, flushed out of the pocket, runs away, throws on the run, has Lancaster, and it was thrown out of bounds. Cooper couldn't quite get there. It was a tough throw by Hovey under pressure, trying to elude a sack, and it's going to be 3rd and 20.
Good pressure there from Sugar-Salem. That was number 25, Caden Nate.
Ben Hagwald had coverage for the
Clock stops at 7:33 to go.
Braves are 2 of 5 on 3rd down.
Braves still trailing 14-7 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Button alone, flanked wide to the left side. Cooper wide to the right side. Hovey in the shotgun. Looks to throw on 3rd and long. Sets up the screen. Caught by Gaskell. Tackled across the 30. He'll be stopped well short of the yard to gain. Be about 4th and 12. But I think what that does do is give Coach Young an option for a field goal if he wants to do that. We'll see what he decides here. Go for it on 4th and 12 or attempt a 3. He's going to huddle up.
They're kind of right in that zone. You know, Tate's done a really good job kicking the ball. This would probably be my guess on the outside of what they'd be comfortable kicking it. And just knowing what we know about Coach Young, this was probably going to be a 4-down territory.
So they will go for it on 4th and 12. Ball on the Sugar 28-yard line. Hovey steps, fires into the end zone, man-to-man coverage. And is it not caught? Nope, it was knocked away, trying to find Lancaster. But another great play by Ace Clark in the man-to-man coverage. I tell you what, Clark is all over the defensive backfield here in this 2nd quarter. That's another huge play.
This one hung up, and quite honestly, Clark never did turn his head around, but kept swiping his hand in front of Cooper's face and causing enough of a distraction. He could not bring that ball in. Yeah, he's been all over the field defensively.
Clock is stopped at 6:42 to go now in this 2nd quarter. Defense for Sugar gets a stop, and it will be 1st and 10 now for the Digger offense with a 7-point lead in Afton. Frank Fillmore under center once again in the wing tee. Handoff once again to Tonks. He'll get forward progress for about 4 yards across the 30 to the 32-yard line to set up 2nd down and 6 to go.
4 on the play makes it 2nd
Tonks is leading this game in rushing for either team. 8 carries, 78 yards. Of course, the bulk of that coming on a 51-yard scamper on that last scoring drive.
Clock continues to roll down to 6:13 to go. As Fillmore will break the huddle.
And again, set up under center. Tight end to his right side. Takes the snap, hand off again to Tonks, up the middle. Gets a nice push for a gain of another 4. That will set up 3rd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Gain of 5 on the
5:40 to go in the second quarter.
Sugar-Salem 2 of 3 on 3rd down in this first half. And the running game's been pretty effective for Sugar. Granted, that, like I said, kind of buoyed up by that 51-yard gain, but they've also picked up just some solid chunks of 4, 5, 6 yards on the ground tonight.
3rd down and 2. Tonks is going to be lined up on the left side of the split backs. Ace Clark on the right side. Fillmore under center. Turn. Misdirection. Quarterback keeper. I don't think he got there. Oh, he spun and maybe did. It's close on a 3rd and 2, maybe a yard short. They're going to put him up to the 32-yard or the 37. He needed the 38, 4th and 1.
Roman Erickson in there along with Kyan Watson. Yeah, it looked like they had him stopped for no gain, and then he's able to spin forward and get 1. Big yard here for Sugar-Salem. Of course, they're used to this. They're used to going for it on 4th and short.
And they will from their own 37-yard line. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Hard count, and Star Valley jumps but not offsides. Now Fillmore will look to the line or to the sideline to confirm the play call. And a timeout will be taken by Sugar-Salem with 4:22 to go. We'll take the timeout. We'll see if Coach Richards sends the offense back out. No, they do say a false start on the offense. I missed the flag, and it's a false start on the offense. So no timeout. It's a 5-yard penalty. Coach Richards thought he had the defense offsides. They don't bite, and the offense moves, and it's 4th and 6. And now I think Coach Richards has to punt it away here. He is going to call a timeout, I believe.
I wonder if the timeout took place after the penalty. We just weren't really aware that there was a penalty.
They are going to give Coach Richards a timeout. Yeah. So 4th and 6 with the ball moved back down to the 32-yard line. Now we'll take that 30-second timeout and be back after this on SVI.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years with a qualified and trained staff. You can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit SVInews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's SVInews.com/football roster.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
We'll look at a 4th and 6 from his own 32-yard line. And this is a big call for him. It looks like he may have Ace Clark back to punt this away. And well, he will. It's just too deep in your own territory.
I know I always say this, Duke, but with a guy like Ace Clark, you had better watch number 10 right here.
They are going to put just 1 return man back. That's Lancaster. So Coach Young thinking the same thing. He's going to put 10 up close instead of 9 like he normally does.
10 on 10.
Here is Clark rolling. He does boot it away. And it's going to go to the other side of Lancaster. Take a big bounce to the 10-5. Is it going to roll in? It does, just barely. Cooper kind of shielded out the Sugar-Salem team as they were running down the field, and it was just enough to keep them from getting to the ball before it rolled into the end zone.
And a nice angle by our camera crew. Hustled down there by Sam Chappell, number 9, and just a little late getting there.
Watch Cooper. He's looking back and puts his arms out. That was a heads-up play by the senior. I think he gets there.
Yeah, number 11, David Carlson might have got there, but yeah, they screened him out using his basketball skills.
Star Valley gets a stop. Both defenses have answered now. The Braves have 4:09 to go. A timeout left, and the ball on the 20 now by a touchdown. And a hit in the backfield and a loss on the play. Sugar-Salem deep in the backfield, and that's a huge tackle for loss by the Digger defense.
Jonah Curator, number 60. He just plows through there.
Kyan Watson on the carry, but he had nowhere to go immediately after the handoff. Sets up second down and 13 to go from their own 17-yard line. Clock rolls down to 3:40 to go. Hatterley subs into the game. Gaskell playing tight end right side. One receiver on either end. Gaskell standing. Hovey directs traffic. Has Hatterley on his left. Calls for the ball, looks right. Fires, and was it skipped off the turf? It was. Trying to find Button on the quick out route. Skipped it off the turf, though, and incomplete.
Everything's just been a little off with the passing game tonight. It's been a little too long, a little too short, not quite on target. And I think you got to give Sugar-Salem some credit. I think they kind of rushed the pocket a little bit tonight. And this is why you play these types of games. We've heard Coach Young say it 100 times. You want to be exposed by good teams so you can get better. And you're getting some pressure here from the Sugar defense, and the Braves are going to need to respond.
3rd and 13, 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Empty backfield. Hovey calls for it, looks to his left, fires down to Thompson, and overthrows him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sugar-Salem. Joshua Peterson on the INT. Second interception by Sugar-Salem's defense in this game, and they'll have it 1st and 10 with great field possession at their own 48-yard line.
Still plenty of time here with great field position. Yeah, that one floated way over the top.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll spot it right at the 48, and Sugar with one timeout and 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go before halftime, and the one touchdown lead up 14-7.
And the Star Valley defense is going to need to try and come up big here on a short field. Still plenty of time.
Tonks in the backfield with Ace Clark. Hand off to Clark, working for the left side edge, and he'll have it and more. Here he goes, 30, down to the 20. Jets are on, they can't catch him. Ace Clark to the house, the INT, and the ensuing play is 52 yards around the left end, and Sugar opens up a 2-possession lead.
He's got all 3 Sugar touchdowns. He caught one in the first quarter. He's run for 2 in the second quarter, and that one was all the way around and through the Star Valley defense. He is having quite a game, is Ace Clark.
That stops the clock at 3:02 to go in this second quarter, and now the Sugar-Salem Diggers on top over Star Valley 20-7. Ace Clark will be the holder on the ensuing PAT with Carpets Plus color tile on Afton and Thane. Mitrell will boot it away, and it will be good. 21-7 Sugar on the SBI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
52-yard touchdown run from Sugar-Salem's Ace Clark to put the Diggers up by 14. The ensuing kickoff from Carpus Plus Color Tile goes into the end zone for a touchback. And Star Valley's offense in a 14-point hole. We'll have 3:02 to go before halftime, and we'll have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
And one timeout to work with, and that's a lot of time to do something with. But in this first half, too many turnovers, too many incomplete passes in this first half, and Star Valley finds themselves in a bit of a hole.
We'll see what they can do here. Trying to get some points before halftime. In the backfield to play tailback is Watson. Hovey shotgun. One receiver flanked wide to the right on either side with a double tight end set. Hovey calls for the ball. Hands off to Watson. gets through the initial attack, lunges ahead to pick up about 3 yards, maybe 4 up to the 24-yard line to make it 2nd down and 6.
So far in this first half, the Braves have opted for the passing game over the running game. And it's kind of been feast or famine there, mostly famine, honestly, in terms of completions. Kyan Watson, that was his 7th carry, 23 yards on the ground.
Clock continues to roll down to 2:30. Braves taking time. Hovey will throw, has his man, but missed Lancaster on the out route, trying to throw it around the defense. Couldn't connect with Lancaster, and the clock will stop at 2:25 to go. 2nd quarter and a 3rd down and 6.
That one might have been tipped. That seemed like it kind of came across the line of scrimmage a little bit odd. And just like that, 3rd down again, the Braves just 2 of 7 here in this first half.
Hatterley back in to play tailback. Big 3rd down for the Braves, trying not to give the ball back to Sugar with so much time left on the clock. Here's an end around, extra pitch to Roman. Goes to Hovey, the quarterback catches it for the 1st down. Ducks out of bounds. What a play call. The end around to Cooper. He pitched it back to Roman Erickson, who threw it to Phoenix Hovey out of the backfield. And that's a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down.
That's a gain of 12 yards. And that's another
12-yard reception for Phoenix Hovey. I think that's his first varsity reception, if I'm not mistaken.
And Hovey will sub out of the game, and we'll see another Wildcat set here. Cooper Lancaster in the backfield. Hovey runs out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:17 and a 1st and 10 and new life for the Braves offense. Trips over to the left side from the Star Valley 36-yard line. Lancaster playing Wildcat in the shotgun. He'll run to the right and not have much room. Back to the line of scrimmage. Forward progress gives him about a yard is all.
The Diggers right on top of that. Caden Nate, number 25, right there again.
Tackle made by Josh Peterson.
Clock hits the 2-minute mark. 1 timeout remaining for Coach Young. Still plenty of time, but the Braves do go no huddle here on a 2nd and 9. Ball now on their own 37-yard line. Empty backfield, Hovey back in to play quarterback. Shotgun snap, looks to his left. Back center, flushed out, flag, rolling, runs, and up the sideline and out of bounds, but it will be positive yards negated by another holding call in the backfield with 1:39 to go in the 2nd quarter. And this is what a Sugar defense that gets pressure on the quarterback will do. You see the call right there.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
Let's see if we can't see that number. So that's Caden Nate again, 25, who draws the holding penalty. 3rd penalty of the night is all for the Braves. It sure seems like they have more than 3, doesn't it, Duke? 3 penalties, 25 yards. They've just been big ones, it seems like.
Would have been a 3rd and manageable. Instead, now it's 2nd and 19. Clock rolls again at the set of the football. 1:36 to go. Long way to go for the offense. Hovey throws out route, caught by Lancaster at the 42, and he's knocked down. They'll spot the ball at the 41 to make it 3rd down and about 5 yards to go now for Star Valley.
14-yard reception for Cooper.
A little life here as a big play for the Braves to get out of the hole. 3rd and 5. Clock rolls down to 1:08 to go in the 2nd quarter. Needing a 1st down from their own 41. Hovey looks back to his left, caught again by Cooper from further down. Jab step, 2 broken tackles, back to the middle, 45. Broke another tackle on a spin, and he's off to the right. Here goes Cooper to the 30. Has a block down to the 20, a tackle from behind. Shy of the 20-yard line, or at the 20-yard line. Hard running for Cooper Lancaster. Juking, spinning, jiving from left sideline to right sideline for a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down.
39-yard gain for Cooper Lancaster.
Now the Braves in business. The clock is stopped to set the change. Now it's rolling at 45. 1 timeout remains for the Braves. 1 yard away from the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Down by 14. Clock is at 36 seconds. And a timeout taken by Sugar. They let as much time roll off the clock as they thought they could handle before the ball was snapped. And that's the final timeout they have of the half. 36.7 to go. 1st and 10 from the 21. Back in 30 seconds on SVI.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
This is Ikaiki Cope, and you're watching Braves football on SVI.
Cooper Lancaster with a big catch and run to set up 1st and 10 for the 21-yard line. 36.7 seconds before halftime. Braves trail by 14, trying to make it a one-touchdown game before half. Hovey looks to his left, throws into the end zone. Roman Erickson, and overthrew him out of bounds. Incomplete, no flags, and Erickson hit the turf pretty hard. He's going to get up, but it will be incomplete with 30.9 seconds remaining before halftime.
There's a lot of air under this one, but yeah, the Star Valley crowd was thinking maybe Markel was a little early there, but they did not draw a flag. And Roman gets up, kind of clinching that right hand, if you will.
Still 21-7. The incompletion does stop the clock. 30 seconds, 0.9 remaining before half. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Hovey again in the shotgun. Looking left. Fires again in the end zone. Same play to Roman. Looking, fighting, and has to come back to the ball this time. And this couldn't quite get there, as Hovey left that one a little shorter, hoping Roman could come back to it, and it's incomplete.
Well, Duke, shades of last year's game in Sugar City. They went to Roman Erickson 3 times in a row at the end of that game, and he came up with the game winner. Went right back to Roman in the corner this time. The last one was a little too long, this one a little short, and Roman looks a little beat up right now.
3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. 25 seconds to go now before halftime. Braves with the ball, trailing 21-7, trying to get a huge score right before half.
Braves 3 of 8 on 3rd down.
Hovey, shotgun, calls for it. Same play again. Roman in the end zone. Double coverage, intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone and out of bounds. The free safety was right there waiting for it. Came over for the pick. It's going to be Peterson, his 2nd INT of the game.
Yeah, he's the one that set up that last one at midfield.
Ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line.
The Braves come up empty, and 3 turnovers in the first half by Star Valley. Give Sugar the ball back at their Star Valley 20-yard line and 18 seconds to go.
When they tried that last year, it seemed like Roman kind of had the advantage. This time it felt like the roles were reversed. It felt like Sugar had 2 guys. It felt like they were in better position on all 3 of those.
Coach Richens calls for the kneel down. That will take us to the half. Sugar's defense gets the stop at the end, and we go into the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show with Sugar-Salem on top over Star Valley right now in Afton. At the break, it's 21-7 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Let's send it over to Jake Hibbert. He has the highlights around the state of Wyoming here at the half with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Jake.
Yeah, thank you so much. We got a lot of good games going on today, and well, we finally kind of get into a little bit of 3A versus 3A, 4A versus 4A. Of course, a tough game happening out in Star Valley versus Sugar-Salem. That's what second halves are for. So let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights and how other teams have been doing so far today. We start off in foggy London town. Just kidding. That's actually Cody with their NFHS cameras. Number 4, Douglas at number 2, Cody. And I don't have the names of these players because on the rosters on Wild Preps for Douglas, they just got numbers, but that's a Cody player left in the dust. You don't see that often. Douglas struck first, but Cody would strike next. And I don't have an exact score, just trying to get it as there is no scoreboard. But that's not Maddox ball. That's Cash McFadden, the new number 7. We're into the 4th quarter. Douglas scored once. Cody scored a couple of times, guys. I had it at 21. I think it's 14, might be 31 now. That's radio for you. Buffalo at Jackson as we move along. You see Grant Johnson find Tyson Kendall on the screen pass. I've been recently finding out and listening to the NFL pundits that say the screen pass is the future of the NFL. Well, it's working pretty well for Jackson, and they lead that game big. Green River at Rollins. Green River, a pick six by Dax Taylor. Let's go ahead and run that one back. Look at this. You throw it up into the air, and just a jump ball for Dax to take it. Younger brother of Dylan still wears number 24, and Green River leads Rollins 31-0. This is Powell Atlander, and that's big Braden Baker crossing the 50, shooting the gap right up the left sideline. Lander in the fourth, shutting out Powell 48-0. Hey guys, you remember Tim Tebow? Well, this is Blake Gantenbein with his Florida Gator jump. It's the jump pass. First touchdown pass of the season for our first touchdown pass of the year for Paxton Yates on the receiving side. Let's move on to 4A. Sheridan looking pretty strong out against Natrona County. Number 1 versus number 3, not so close. 21-7. Sheridan leading it big now in the fourth quarter. Campbell County and Rock Springs. This is Campbell County, and we've got the quarterback Coulter Lang on a straight lead. Look at that blocking right down the C gap into the end zone for the score. Third quarter now turning into the fourth. Campbell County leads it 20-6. Kelly Walsh and South. It was 29-0 at this point. That's some flex bone action. Roll out for the quarterback. Carter Alvar finds Ben Fetter sideline, and the touchdown, 42-0. That's Kelly Walsh. And I don't have a score on this one, but here's a touchdown by Central. I know they've at least scored once. That's Cody Witt. David Settle, say the score. I kid. He's not even listening right now, but if he was, say the score. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. He might be. That's a great Jake Hibbert studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. Star Valley Brave Cadets just performed here at Star Valley for the home opener during the halftime. That was recorded. We'll have it uploaded with the halftime showcase. That'll be uploaded after this game. We'll get that for you as well to view. At the half, Star Valley trailing Sugar-Salem 21-7. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show on the SBI Sports Network.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit simplot.com.
Canyon Mine halftime show. It is Star Valley trailing Sugar-Salem 21-7 on SVI, and 3 turnovers there by Star Valley in that first half down. That's kind of been the big difference.
Well, and on top of that, a turnover on down. So, I mean, you could really even kind of round it up to 4 if you wanted to. And if you look at it that way, being down 2 touchdowns doesn't seem so bad. But yeah, the Braves have been kind of reckless with the football in that first half, not just throwing the interceptions, but the way they've been thrown downfield, and Sugar-Salem has been feasting on those overthrows tonight.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers. Here are your Battleston Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Diggers, Frank Fillmore, 3 for 3, 16 yards through the air. They haven't had to do much through the air tonight. On the ground, they've been very effective, doing most of the damage there. Kimball Tonks and Ace Clark. Kimball Tonks, 9 carries, 82 yards. Ace Clark, 4 carries, 73 yards. Ace Clark has 3 touchdowns, all 3 touchdowns for Sugar-Salem. A receiving touchdown in the first quarter, 2 rushing touchdowns in the second, including a 52-yard scamper on that last score. So through the air, 16 yards, 16 carries for 163 yards on the ground for Sugar-Salem for a total of 179. The Braves have been passing the ball quite a bit in that first half, but quite a few incompletions. 9 of 22 for Phoenix Hubby. Phoenix going for 103 yards, three interceptions. And in that first half, Cooper Lancaster 2 for 2 passing the ball for 19 yards. Cooper also with 5 receptions for 77 yards. On the ground, Kyan Watson, 7 rushes for 23 yards. As a total, Star Valley with 11 receptions, 122 yards, 11 carries for 30 yards, and a total of 152 overall yardage in that first half, as they find themselves down by 2 touchdowns for the first time in a long time here at the half.
That's a look at your Battleston Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats, quality, price, and service. Located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleston Brothers Flooring. And again, Star Valley trailing 21-7 at the half as you look at some of those highlights. Now let's see if we can give away some Swirl, a gift card from Swirl with our halftime trivia.
And our question tonight, known as the Big O. What Star Valley tight end compiled 657 receiving yards from 1981 to 1983 and helped the Braves to a state title in 1982? Use the text-in number 307-203-4637. The first correct answer wins a gift certificate to the Star of 89.
Absolutely, and of course, Soup coming back in a couple of weeks through the winter season at Swirl in downtown Afton. 307-203-4637. First correct answer going to win that gift certificate. Simplot Smoky Canyon halftime show. Braves down 21-7 on SBI.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit SVInews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's SVInews.com/football roster.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
At the half, 21-7, Star Valley trailing Sugar-Salem for the Braves home opener. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join us at Simplot.com. Now let's see how Star Valley has done so far with those keys to the game presented by SBI News.
Well, key number one looks pretty prophetic right now. We'll see if it ends up holding up. Key number one was turnovers will likely decide this game. The Braves with 3 of them in that first half. Forced third and long. I thought Star Valley did a pretty good job traditionally, other than a couple of big plays, a couple of 50-plus yard plays for Sugar-Salem. That was also a big deal in that first half. Rally to the ball on defense was key number 3, and then convert on your own third downs. I had the Braves going 3 of 9 in that first half on third down. So still plenty of work to do, and of course that shows up on the scoreboard on your SBI News keys to the game.
Again, visit SBInews.com to get your digital or print subscription of the Star Valley Independent. You can subscribe easily online. Just visit SBInews.com. We still have about 2.5 minutes to go before we start seeing teams trickle out of the locker room here at the half. Dow, the Braves were able to move the ball, but it's been turnovers, a tip pass for an interception, and then a couple underthrown balls have been picked off by the Sugar defense in the first half.
Well, it's kind of been one of those games where if you were a guy who likes to run the ball first and not throw it very much, this game has kind of been your case study as to why you like it that way. A lot of incomplete passes for the Braves, 3 interceptions. Meanwhile, Sugar-Salem has done what they're good at. They've run the ball, they've been stingy on defense, and they've capitalized when they've had the chance, and that's why they're leading this one.
Millie Kazare is standing sideline. She had the chance to get the thoughts of Coach Young heading into the locker room and see what he thought of the first half. Millie.
I asked Coach what the most challenging part about playing Sugar-Salem is. It's just physical, is what he told me. You know, it was a tight game all the way from the beginning, lots of suspense. So I asked what he was telling the boys in the locker room. He just said, just that we're fine, calm down and hopefully get a score, but overall we're fine. Coach feels like the Braves have got to establish the ground game and they need to be able to run the ball. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Millie Kazare. That's the Miles CPA sideline report. Locations in Afton and in Alpine. That's Miles CPA. Call 885-0055. Sugar out of the locker room. Star Valley standing by before they come out. And then, of course, there'll be about 3 minutes of warm-up time before we kick off this second half. At the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, Braves trailing 21-7. Now let's see if we have a winner of your halftime trivia question.
Well, our question tonight was known as the Big O. What Star Valley tight end compiled 657 receiving yards from 1981 to 1983 and helped the Braves to a state title in 1982? And the answer is Oren Schwab, and we have a winner.
That we do. First correct answer. Phone number ends in 0594. 0594. As Star Valley's return to the field, we'll take a quick break here. Be back in just 1 minute. Start of the second half next on the SBI Sports Network.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community for over 25 years with residential, commercial, and construction services, along with porta potties and septic pumping. Please remember to always bag your garbage before placing it into your can. Even the smallest breeze can cause garbage to scatter everywhere as it is being dumped into our garbage trucks. For service and questions, visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Braves out of the locker room with energy, and they may be feeling like they have a shot to come back in this game. Sugar, though, with the lead as we wrap up our Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show with Sugar receiving the second half kickoff and up by a score of 21-7.
Yeah, if you remember, Sugar-Salem won the toss and deferred, so they built this 14-point lead and now a chance to add to it here. The Star Valley defense is going to need to come out and force a punt.
Here's the Carpets Plus Color Tile kickoff to open up the third quarter of play. Carpets Plus Color Tile, locally owned and located in Afton and in Alpine. Here comes Tate Lawson. He'll run up and boot this away, and our second half has begun. Tate will have this fielded at the 2-yard line by Sugar. 15, 20, and tackled shy of the 25. 2 flags on the play. On the return, I should say, and these are going to go against Sugar and negate a big chunk of that return.
Yeah, it looks like he got out to around the 25, so that's basically going to cut that in half.
There is a penalty on the play.
The flag's actually sitting at the 20, so I would expect this to be sitting about the 10 when Sugar-Salem starts.
They're going to call a hold on the return team. They're going to decline that penalty and do a second hold on the return team. So
Okay.
2 holding calls, and that'll be half their penalty that puts Sugar all the way back to their own 10-yard line. So a long field for Sugar to open up this second half, 90 yards to go.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're going to hold, you might as well hold twice.
Yeah,
you're
why
only
not?
going to get called for one if they catch it all.
First and 10 for Sugar. Star Valley defense would love a turnover here on their end now. Diggers, though, with the 2-touchdown advantage. And out of the huddle comes Frank Gilmore again in the wing tee under center. Defense shifts. Handoff up the middle. And it's a good push up the middle and dragging tacklers for a gain of 8, maybe even 9 yards. Once again, Kimball Tonks, who on the carry to run hard.
He has done that a couple times tonight. You think he's stopped, and then he's not. And that line just keeps churning forward. You look at that and you think, oh, they did a pretty good job of slowing him down, and then you look up and it's 9 yards.
Push the ball up to the 19-yard line, so 2nd and 1 to go. Sugar on top, 21-7. Fillmore again under center. Calls for the ball, hands off to Tonks. He'll have the first down and a couple of more, falling forward across the 20 to about the 23-yard line to move the chains for Sugar to set up first down and 10.
11 carries, 95 yards for Kimball Tonks. And then, oh, by the way, Ace Clark, 4 carries, 73 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. He had a receiving one as well. So the running game been pretty darn good. We talked about the dual threat of Frank Fillmore. I feel like we haven't even said his name tonight. They haven't needed him to be.
Just what, 1, maybe 2 carries? I guess other than some right up the middle. Here's another end around to Ace Clark. He's been big tonight. Broken tackle and then pushed out of bounds. Ace has broke that one before and scored a couple of times on it. That time will be held to 5. Stopped at the 24-yard line, 2nd and 5.
Down and 4 for the Diggers.
Clock down to 2:32. Stop there after he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Ace Clark, he has been absolutely fantastic tonight. Not just on offense, which we've talked about, but he has made some really nice plays defensively, and he's made some. And even the plays the Braves have completed against him have been really hotly contested.
2nd down and 5 from the 24-yard line. Franks under center. Play action, rolls to his right, looks downfield, and almost caught but tipped. Jumping up to tip it away was Travis Thompson. He had to climb the ladder, but got up there just enough to get a finger on it, deflect the ball up high and over the head of the intended receiver.
Well, and it was a pretty dang good pass from Frank Fillmore. We just talked about him. If Travis doesn't get up and get a hand on this, that might be a completion for Nate.
Sets up 3rd down. It's actually going to be 3rd and about 4. Ball at the 29-yard line. 10:28 to go in the 3rd quarter on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. This time Fillmore's in the shotgun and a spread set. 3 receivers right, 2 to his left. Braves defense adjusts. Fillmore goes short and deflected at the point of attack. Coming up to make the play on the ball was Dylan Hershey to knock it down. And Sugar will have to punt. Dylan's thinking he had the interception, but he does jump the route to knock it down.
Well, Dylan has an interception in each of the first 2 games. He had a pick 6 last week against Preston. He just about had another one. And Sugar-Salem's like, that's why we don't pass the ball very much.
So Ace Clark will step back to punt. Cooper Lancaster and Travis Thompson back to return the punt on a 4th down and 4. Braves do get a defensive stop after 1 first down. High snap, almost blocked on the punt. It's going to be left short. No one will return it. Takes a Star Valley bounce, and Sugar will down it at the 45. Good field position for the Braves. Good first and 10 from their own 45.
So the Braves defense did what they needed to do. Ace Clark had to jump up and use his athleticism to grab a high snap. Caleb Erickson came in to put a little pressure, and yeah, probably not quite as much on that punt as they would have liked. And Braves offense, now you got to come out and execute and see if you can carve into this 14-point deficit.
10 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. First possession of the half for Star Valley, down 21-7. But it feels like some energy on the Braves sideline right now, especially after the stop. Here's the throw ahead to Button. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go on that end around pass forward.
Yeah, Sugar-Salem all over that. Just no space to operate at all. And no gain for Dax Button.
Clock continues to roll down to 9 minutes and 56 seconds. Second down and 10. Ball on the 45. Again in the shotgun is Hovey. Hatterley to his left. Hovey will throw quickly to Lancaster. Bobbled it and dropped it.
My goodness.
Oh, that's been a problem tonight for whatever reason. The little curl route, I don't know if it's getting there before he's ready for it, but he bobbled and dropped it.
I think this was just a flat out drop. I think it was in his hands. Maybe he was the old cliche of sports broadcasting, just didn't secure the ball, maybe looking ahead to make the move. For whatever reason, that's 3rd and 10. The Braves, 3 out of 9 tonight on 3rd down.
So they'll try it again here after that one is incomplete. Here's the draw play. Hatterley runs and can't get away. Tackled for loss, a 5-yard loss on the play. And after the defense gets the stop, Star Valley goes backwards on the ensuing offensive possession, and now Coach Young will have to punt from his own 44th and 15 yards to go.
Man, that was a really impressive defensive sequence there for the Diggers.
Clock rolls down to 9:05 to go in this third quarter. Late man in for Star Valley on the punt team. Tate Lawson will boot this away from his own 27-yard line. 2 men to return as the snap is a little low, but Lawson pulls it in. Nice spiral punt. Beauty from Lawson. Takes a big hop. Ball's on the turf, and Star Valley will hop on it about the 22. What a beauty of a kick from Lawson, and it does pin Sugar back down to near their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, you could see it in the air. That thing was spinning like it came out of a quarterback's arm. A couple of big hits there from Ace Clark as the Braves trying to cover.
The ball did take a Sugar bounce, though, off the turf. Could have been even more yards, but instead it's 1st and 10 now for Sugar. Ball spotted on their own 22-yard line. Clock down to 8:43 to go in the third quarter. Once again, Fillmore will step back into the pistol set here. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback keeper. Up the middle, Fillmore, broken tackle, still running into the secondary and brought down near the 30. Tough running by the quarterback, Frank Fillmore, who came into this game leading the team in rushing. That's not been the case tonight, but that was a good run for him there.
Yeah, it's just his 3rd carry tonight on my stat sheet. Total of 15 yards, 9 of them came right there. You could kind of see that one coming from up here, Duke. I thought, no way Sugar's going to pass it on 1st down, but they spread you out. They make you go cover clear to the outside, and then Frank Fillmore tucks in behind his blockers and picks up 9.
Clock ticks to 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sugar still holding on to a 2-touchdown lead right now, up 21-7. Under center, handoff, and a hit in the backfield on Tonks, but he bounces off of it, runs down to the 45 and whipped down shy of the 50. Finally pulled down by Watson, but that's a first down for Sugar-Salem all the way to the 47-yard line.
That has been a theme the entire game with Kimball Tonks. You think he's stopped, he's not. And then he rips off another secondary chunk of yards. That is a 17-yard gain for Kimball Tonks, and that puts him well over the century mark now. He's got 112 yards.
7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third now. A new set of downs for the Digger offense. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Fillmore under center. Hands off on the end around, trying to get the outside. Cannot, cut down on the perimeter by Roman Erickson. Just a 1-yard gain on the carry from Sam Chappell.
That was a heck of a play by Roman. You watch this replay. Watch 11. He knifes his way through here. Beats his block.
Clock is down to under 7 to go in the third. Ball spotted at the Sugar 48-yard line now as the Sugar-Salem Diggers will huddle up.
And those are the kind of plays this defense needs. Need another couple of them here.
2nd and 9. Fillmore under center. Turn, hand off again to Tonks up the middle. This time he's cut down for just a couple, actually giving forward progress for a 3-yard gain across the 50 inside Star Valley territory. But now a 3rd down and 6 to go for Sugar-Salem.
I've got the Diggers 2 of 5 on 3rd down. You know, sometimes that 3rd down is such an indicator. I almost feel like tonight it really hasn't been for the Diggers. They have picked up either big chunks, convert on 1st and 2nd down, or they just really haven't needed to convert their 3rd and short, which is what I thought they were going to be doing tonight.
3rd and 6. Tonks again in the backfield with Clark. Turn, play action, roll out left. He's going to tuck and run. Fillmore has a block, has the first down, and way more, all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Frank Fillmore, quarterback keeper on the edge. Now we're starting to see him get his legs going, and that's a big first down for Sugar-Salem.
It's a nice block from Tonks, and then just cuts his way up the field.
5:35 to go in the third quarter now. Sugar-Salem driving.
Gain of 19 on that play.
Pushing the ball into Star Valley territory down to the Braves' 28-yard line. Here's a quarterback keeper. Up the middle, tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Well, they'll give him about 1, actually, forward progress. 2nd and 9. Ball spotted down to the Star Valley 27-yard line.
Thing is, a couple of plays ago, it was 2nd and 9, and then Sugar-Salem ripped off a couple of big plays. The Star Valley defense being challenged like they haven't been in a while, and they're going to have to dig deep here to keep Sugar off the scoreboard here as they claw their way inside the Star Valley 30.
4:45 to go. Turn, hand off to Tonks. Nice hole. Tonks first down in the red zone. 20-15, tackled shy of the 10. New set of downs after another big run for Tonks on the left tackle. 1st and 10 down to the 13-yard line. 4:35 and counting in the third quarter. And again, Sugar inside the red zone.
And another double-digit gain for Kimball Tonks. He's got 14 carries, 129 yards tonight. And, you know, in the first half, he kind of had his numbers off that one big chunk play. He's picking up double-digit chunks here on this drive. That's the 3rd time he's done it.
1st and 10 from the Star Valley 13. Clock approaching 4 minutes in the third. Hand off again, and this time ripped down by Erickson. There is a flag on the play.
That might be a face mask.
And they're calling it against Sugar, it looks like.
Okay.
So this one will be coming back. Here comes the call from the official. It's going to be a holding call against Sugar-Salem. Be another 10-yard penalty to make it 1st and 20. And pushes the ball back outside the red zone to the Star Valley 23-yard line.
7 penalties, 75 yards for Sugar tonight. Of course, 30 of those came on one sequence with a pass interference followed up by an unsportsmanlike conduct in the second quarter.
1st and 20. 3:50 remaining in the third now. Sugar driving, but a big penalty. Quarterback keeper, Fillmore, up the middle, cuts it outside and tripped up about the 15-yard line. He picks up about 9 yards. Looked like it was going to be a lot more, but he's tripped up to keep it, to make it 2nd and along 11.
I think if Crew Morgan right here, number 8, doesn't get him, he might score. So Morgan, you don't want to give up 9, obviously, but better than giving up a 25-yard touchdown.
From the Star Valley 15-yard line, 2nd and 12. Shotgun again for Fillmore. Tonk in the backfield with him. Snap, quarterback keeper, up the middle again. Inside the 15, down to about the 12. 3rd down and 8 for Sugar-Salem. Clearly 4-down territory here, though, so you're going to need 2 stops.
Well, and again, this is what teams like Sugar-Salem are so good at. They get the lead, they run the ball, they chew up the clock. We're down to 2:45 in the 3rd, and the Braves are just looking for a stop.
2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. Once again, shotgun for Fillmore, 2 receivers to his right. He'll throw this time. Rolls out, flag, tucks, runs, 15-10, 5, tackled at the 5. We'll be shy of the 1st down, but we'll see what the flag is.
This one looks like it's probably in the vicinity of holding.
It's going to be a hold on the offense, and so it would have been a 4th and 1, but instead it will remain 3rd down and about 19 yards to go. Penalty also stops the clock at 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Clock pushed back to the 23-yard line.
8 penalties, 85 yards for Sugar-Salem. That's probably the only uncharacteristic thing we've seen for the Diggers tonight. They typically don't have that many penalties, but everything else kind of felt like vintage Sugar-Salem tonight, the way this game has gone to this point.
3rd and 21 right now.
Diggers 3 of 6 on 3rd down.
Empty backfield. Fillmore to throw. Flushed out. Rolls left. Breaks the tackle. Up the sideline and tiptoes out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. What a play by Fillmore, eluding the sack and actually turning into a pretty good run to make it 4th down and 10. Ball spotted at the 14. So we'll see if Coach Richens has a field goal unit or if he goes for it here.
You know, I was saying in the first half, I just kind of assumed that Sugar-Salem's going to be going for 2 all night, but that has not been the case. We've seen PATs tonight from Latrell Markle, and you might see him attempt a field goal here.
He is out there. Markle's going to attempt a 30-yard field goal from the left side hash.
He's looked pretty good kicking the ball tonight on the PATs. I think this is probably well within his range.
Timeout called by Sugar-Salem. We'll take it as well. 2:07 to go, 4th and 10 when we return on the SBI Sports Network.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Twin Engine 314.
We're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
This is Dylan Hershey, and you're watching Braves football on SBI Media.
Sugar-Salem facing a 4th and 10. They keep the field goal unit out there after their own timeout. Ace Clark will hold, and a 30-yard attempt from the junior Latrell Markle, who's been perfect on PAT so far tonight, 3 for 3. This will be from the left side hash for a right foot kicker. Everybody's lined up. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is away, and it looks plenty good. And is it off, though? No. It had the distance, but wide right. No good. Missed it wide right.
Distance was certainly not an issue. But, yeah, the officials saying wide right, no good. And the Braves able to get the Diggers off the field. They did chew up some clock, but still lots of time here. Let's see if we can get another angle of this here. Yeah, there you go.
So 2 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. Braves defense do get the stop off the missed field goal. 21-7. Star Valley trailing on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Just a 2-possession lead. Still plenty of time, but the Braves really need to get something going here on offense. This time it'll be under center. Play action. Hovey steps up. He's going to have to throw. No, he does throw on his back foot, looking for his man, and no good, no flag. He was trying to get Nathan Hatterley deep down the field. Couldn't connect. Braves were hoping for the flag, and they don't get it.
See Hovey kind of step up through here. Throws it on the run. Pretty accurate pass. You can see some fighting there, hand fighting, a little bit over the head there of Hatterley, but
1 minute, 50 seconds to go. Incomplete pass stops the clock there to set up 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Star Valley 20-yard line. Empty backfield for Hovey. He has 4 receivers on the right, 1 on his left in Lancaster. He looks right. Now he'll tuck it. Step up, flag on the play, caught by Cooper. Breaks 1 tackle. Nope, he can't break the tackle. He's brought down around the ankles. Going to be a 4-yard gain, but a flag on the play, and this one's coming back, another penalty on Star Valley.
There you can see the laundry, freshly laundered.
Clock stopped at 1:43 to go. Holding call on the Braves. 1st and 20, back down to the 10-yard line.
4th penalty of the night on Star Valley, totaling 35 yards. And we've seen this offense the first couple of weeks, Duke. They have found a rhythm. They have not found it tonight. It has been stop, start, and mostly stop. It'd be nice to see if they could string together a few first downs here on this drive, but they have got their work cut out for them.
2nd and 20 from their own 10. Hatterley in the backfield. Hovey to throw, steps up in the pocket, flushed out to his left, directing traffic, trying to get it to Thompson, has to throw it out of bounds and incomplete. Nobody there. 3rd and 20.
I know you don't want to do it, but sometimes that's the best thing you can do.
Another flag. It's going to be an ineligible man downfield.
So what happens sometimes, you're blocking as a lineman, you got kind of a couple-yard gray area there you can kind of work with, and if you kind of keep stumbling down the field as your quarterback rolls out sometimes that's what will happen. They're going to wave this off, and the Diggers would rather have the down than the yardage right now, and I don't blame them. Star Valley backed up on their own 10.
So it will be 3rd and 20 after the incompletion and the declined penalty. 1:33 to go. And Star Valley needs a big play here from their own 10-yard line. Offense has had nothing this half.
Braves 3 of 10 on 3rd down tonight.
Empty backfield for Hovey, 5 receivers. Defense plays deep. Hovey looks to throw, flushed out, rolls to his right, directs traffic again, throws it deep, has Cooper behind the defense, underthrow, but he caught it, somehow he caught it, came back to the ball in double coverage, and there's one for Lancaster. He needed that, and it's a Star Valley Orthodontics first down inside Digger territory all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's a 45-yard catch as well, from the 10 down to the 45.
That was the big play they needed. Moved the chains on 3rd and 20, and Cooper in double coverage comes back to the ball with a great catch. From their now Sugar 45-yard line. Gaskell subs in to play with Caleb Erickson tight end on the left side. Under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Braves still trailing by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Hovey in the shotgun will throw again. Quick, and it's batted down to the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Seen that a couple of times tonight. That is Nate, Caden Nate. We've called his name quite a bit tonight. Watch 25. Yeah, he is airborne. That's one of those where you almost fear that he's going to wrap his arms back around it and claw it back into his body on his way down to the ground and pick you off. But this time it's just an incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the Sugar 45. Trips left side. 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's a handoff to the tailback, and just a couple of yards for Kyan Watson is all. He'll get about 1.5. 3rd and a long 8 coming up for Star Valley.
So the Braves converted their last 3rd down on that big play to Cooper Lancaster. They need another double-digit, well, I guess not quite double.
Have an injury for the Braves. Wyatt Collins came up after the play, really favoring his right knee, and he went back down to the turf. And Collins is on the field right now. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll take an injury timeout. Be back in 30 on SVI.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Once again, and Dal Erickson with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Wyatt Collins, the injured player for Star Valley. He's off the field but needed help. Couldn't put any weight at all on his right leg. And so Wyatt Collins will probably be done for the night as Hatterley runs in for the Braves.
So he needs 8 yards. They're 4 of 11 on third down tonight.
Clock is rolling at 10 seconds. Nearing the end of the third quarter at 7. Now Hovey takes the snap. 3rd and 8. Hovey throws. Has his man caught by Cooper. Jab step and will have a Star Valley Orthodontics first down to take us to the end of the quarter. Braves inside the 35-yard line. Trying to score early in the fourth now. The fourth quarter on the way next. Presented in the broadcast today by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Quick pass out to Cooper Lancaster to open up the fourth quarter. He's tackled pretty quick, but it is going to be a gain of about 7 yards for Cooper. And we'll set up second and about 3 to go for Star Valley inside the Sugar 30.
Well, in the first game of the year, Cooper had 10 catches for 120 plus and a touchdown. Tonight he's got 8 catches, 143. So kind of on pace to have a similar game, but he might need to come up big here. But this is a big drive. If you're the Braves, you cut this to 7 by getting in the end zone on this drive, you're right back in this.
Still a whole quarter to go, so it would be certainly timely to get it early as Lancaster's in motion. Pump fake to him. Now he cuts up the sideline, goes to him, has it inside the 10, and caught out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It will be first and goal. Finally able to get Cooper in stride. First and goal from inside the 10, 11-10 to go in the third.
That one from the 27 inside the 10 to about the 8. We'll call it 19 yards there for Cooper. And Cooper, I think, is getting in Bryson Neal territory.
Here's
here.
a pitch to Kyan Watson. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, had a hole, but coming up was Walt Fillmore, the sophomore, and he just got Kyan around the ankles and upended him.
Yeah, that tackle made by Walter. Don't call me Frank Fillmore. I got my own name.
They do give Watson 2 yards. So it will be second to go from the 6. Watson remains the tailback. Mautua, the fullback. Here's the pitch back to Watson. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard.
Walt again.
That.
Look at 17 again. Had some help there. Looked like. Did not see that other number. I thought it was number 72. Everett Poole was in there as well.
3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 10 minutes to go. Obviously 4-down territory. Braves are this close. They got to punch it in.
Well, they've converted their last 2 third downs. We'll see if they got another one in them here.
This time they go back into the shotgun on 3rd and goal from the 6. Hatterley, the right side tailback. Man in motion is Lancaster. Throw backwards to Cooper. He throws it into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown! Riley Erickson for 6. Roman Erickson, for 6. Roman in the end zone after Cooper catches the backward pass behind the goal, behind the line and throws it in.
An 8-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Cooper Lancaster to Roman Erickson. Great angle from our camera crew. Just want to point out that the other feeds we're getting tonight look like they're on a Nintendo original system. So good job, everybody.
Here comes Sam Gaskell for the ensuing PAT. Braves try to cut it down to 7. Snap, hold, kick is good with the Carpus Plus color tile PAT. Braves back in it. 9:59 to go. 21-14 on SVI.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
It's what makes us close is we got each other's back.
Twin Tank 314.
We're at the location.
Anytime the pager goes off, I know that I'm ready to go help somebody that's in need.
The brotherhood that is in this fire department is unbelievable.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. Star Valley scores. PAT was good. There was a defensive holding on the PAT. That's going to be enforced on the kickoff. And so it's going to be a kickoff by Tate Lawson from the Sugar 45.
He's on the V.
Maybe we see an onside kick if you're that close. We'll see what Coach Young decides to do. They're actually going to have a dead ball timeout on Sugar.
That's interesting. That's an interesting call there. Maybe looked out there and thought, if those Braves kicking onside, maybe that's not quite what I want on the field. That could have prompted that timeout.
Fourth quarter coverage presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison. It's the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Great drive for the Braves on that last touchdown drive. They had some adversity. They overcame Dow, but really needed that touchdown. They get it in with 10 minutes remaining in the game. And now it's just a one-score game with plenty of time left.
Coach Young digging into the six-man offensive playbook there. The double pass.
Yeah.
It worked, and it just shows you how momentum can shift. You're down 14. Sugar has the ball. They drive down. They miss that field goal. The Braves come back and score. At one point, you're thinking you're going to be down 24-7, and now it's basically 10 minutes left in the game. It's a one-touchdown game, so still tons of time here. And it's going to probably come down to the wire. If you thought it was going to be otherwise tonight, you're probably mistaken.
We'll see what Star Valley decides to do on the kickoff. Again, a defensive holding on the PAT. The PAT was good, so they elect to take the penalty yards on the kickoff. So here's the ensuing Carpus plus color tile kickoff. It'll be Tate Lawson kicking from the Sugar-Salem 45-yard line. And we'll see if he just boots this one through the uprights or if they try and catch Sugar off a bad bounce and get the ball back.
And Sugar's got 10 of their 11 guys up ahead of the 20. They got one guy behind the 20.
Star Valley will line up as if they're going for the onside kick. Lawson gets the whistle. He runs up. He will keep it short, goes for the onside. It's loose, and then it looks like it is recovered by Sugar. The Diggers able to get on it, and it looks like it will be Sugar-Salem football. Officials run in to clear the pile. And, yes, it will be Sugar-Salem ball. Davin Carlson came up with the ball.
So it needs to go 10 yards, and it did. So I guess if you're one of those strategists that want to look at the decision post after the execution of the play, in essence, maybe you cost the Braves gave up 14 yards of field position, but for a chance to get possession of the ball. And in either case, Sugar-Salem first down here on their own 34.
Braves down by 1 touchdown. Defense looking to get the ball back into the hands of their offense with 9 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Here's another run up the middle by Sugar-Salem. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress gives a couple of yards and then being pushed backwards hard. It will be a 3-yard gain to set up 2nd and 7.
That's a big hit from Sam Gaskell. And we've seen Sugar deliver quite a few big hits tonight, dude. I think that might be one of the hits, one of the better hits Star Valley's delivered tonight.
2nd down and 7, 9:30 remaining. Clock is counting, and of course Sugar is going to take as much time as possible as they can on this drive. So they huddle up and come to the line after the play call is run in from the sideline. Wing T. Fillmore under center. 2 split backs behind him. And off to Tonk. Has a hole across the 40, pushing up near the first down to the 44. Defense will stop him there.
I think he might have it.
He does. Official moves the chains. A first down again by Tonk up to the 44-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 9 minutes remaining in the game.
17 carries, 142 yards for Kimball Tonks tonight. He has been the workhorse. Ace Clark has been the dynamite.
Tonks remains in the backfield. Frank Fillmore under center. And off to Tonks. Has another hole. This time it collapses in the second level, but he is able to pick up another 4 yards on first down. Stop shy of the 50 at about the 48-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up for Sugar-Salem. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remains in the game. And Sugar taking all the time they can as Fillmore jogs in from the sideline to call the play in the huddle.
Well, that's a great start to that series. 4 yards. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time.
Fillmore under center, calls for the ball. Hand off again up to the middle to Tonks. He wants to keep that pile driving. Able to get across the 50 inside Star Valley territory and stopped at about the 48-yard line to set up 3rd down and 2. 7:45 and rolling in the fourth quarter.
Now, if you're the Star Valley defense, if you can force a 4th down here, then you're going to have an interesting conversation on that Sugar sideline here near midfield with just a 1-score game, but you got to get the stop first.
Fans starting to make some noise here in Afton, trying to cheer on the Braves defensively at their own 48-yard line. Fillmore hands off to Tonks, hit the backfield, broke the tackle though, sneaks through and gets to the yard to gain. Needed the 46. The official is standing right at the 46, and he'll wave the chains ahead. That's a first down. Broken tackle gets him the 2 yards needed.
20 carries, 152 yards on the ground for Kimball Tonks, and the Diggers are churning out the clock now as we tick down to 7 minutes.
Inside Star Valley territory, 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Diggers holding on to the 1 touchdown lead, up 21-14. Fillmore again will hand off, this time to the end around back to, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 on first down. It looked like that was Markle on the carry.
Yeah, it was.
They'll give him 4 yards actually, so 2nd and 6 from the Star Valley 42. 6.5 to go and counting. Star Valley does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Don't need to start using it yet. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Hand off to Tonks, and he's going to spin around and get real close to the first down.
He's got it.
Gain of 6 on the play. First down, Sugar-Salem.
Another first down, and every first down basically means at least 1.5 minutes of game clock, as we now hit 6 minutes to go and the ball down to the Star Valley 36-yard line.
Well, in that interior line of Sugar-Salem, they've been plowing the road tonight. 36 carries, 295 yards on the ground right now.
So they're trying to just pound out the rest of this game. Under 6 minutes to go and a new set of downs inside Star Valley territory at the 36-yard line and a 1-touchdown lead. Handoff again to Markle. He's hit the backfield this time and driven deep out of bounds into the Sugar-Salem bench by 3 Star Valley defenders. They'll give him forward progress, but that'll still be a nice loss on the play. Loss of 5 yards, they say.
Roman Erickson there first, and then I think Caleb Erickson right there with him, number 27. Man, that's a significant loss on that.
2nd and 14 to go. Ball back to the Star Valley 41-yard line. That'll force Frank Fillmore back into the shotgun. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Has a couple yards, but not much. Can't get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long for Sugar-Salem. Just a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 13 to go.
Number 58, Dane Jensen, first guy in there on that one, it looked like.
An opportunity now for the Braves defense. It's going to be 4-down territory with where the ball is spotted, barring a huge loss, of course, or some sort of penalty. But ball at the 39-yard line and 3rd and 13 to go.
The Diggers 4 of 8 on 3rd down tonight.
Frank Fillmore in the shotgun. Braves need a stop with 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Fillmore looks to the sideline to double check the play. He'll call an audible and step up. Now looking for the snap. Clock down to 4:08. Calls for the ball. Quick to his right. Caught and broken tackle out of bounds. Stops the clock and will be stopped well short of the first down, down to the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and about 9 or 8 yards to go. They'll say 9. 4th and 9 with the clock stopped at 4:02.
Got about 5 yards on that catch.
Here is the play that could mean the game. 4th and 9. Sugar will go for it with the ball spotted on the Star Valley 35. Braves defense need a stop, and they'll have a chance to tie the game if they do. 4:02 remains. Fillmore in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, will throw. Pumps left, back to his right, goes deep. Overthrew his man, and it's incomplete. Well overthrown, and Sugar turns it over on downs. Braves get the ball back at their own 35-yard line, and 3 minutes, 57 seconds to go, down by a touchdown.
Well,
3 timeouts remain for Star Valley if they need them, but 4 minutes remains, all the time in the world for Star Valley to march down the field and tie this thing up.
You got 3:57. You got 3 timeouts. Yeah, that is to dig back into my generation, that's a scad of time. Scads of time.
Star Valley was able to score on their last possession to pull within 1. The defense gets a stop. Sugar took quite a bit of time off the clock, but now 3:57 to go. Late in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. Lancaster in motion, a flag on the play to blow it dead before the snap of the football, and I think that's a delay of game on the offense. Couldn't quite get it off in time, and the delay of game pushes them back 5 to make it 1st and 15.
5th penalty totaling 40 yards tonight for the Braves.
Pushes the ball back to the 30-yard line. Now 1st and 15. Still 3:34, and the clock is rolling. I don't think it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So they're going to put some time back on the clock, I think, here.
Saying 3-4-0 from the field. Right now the clock on the score on the end of the south end zone says 3:33, so they'll put 7 seconds back on, and we will be 3:40 with 1st and 15.
Star Valley still down 21-14. 1st and 15 from their own 30. Lancaster in motion. Hovey rolls that way. Pump fakes. Goes center. Has Thompson down the field. Caught at the 40. Thompson running to the 30. Cuts across and tackled at the 30-yard line. Actually inside the 30 to the 29. Huge play down the field to Travis Thompson. Hovey throwing, rolling right across his body to his left to a wide open Thompson. And the Braves are in business with still 3.5 to go.
That was a 35-yard reception. Actually make it 36.
1st and 10 after the Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Put the ball down to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Button comes in to set up trips to the right side with Roman Erickson and Cooper Lancaster.
And with that play, I mean, you can just run it as normal if you wanted to.
Yeah, so all kinds of time. 3 minutes and all 3 timeouts and another flag.
Oh, my goodness.
They had some miscommunication, and Star Valley's clapping, though, as if it's on Sugar. Clock is stopped at 3:03 to go, and it is a dead ball foul encroachment on the defense.
Yeah.
Offsides, rather, yeah.
9th penalty totaling 90 yards tonight for Sugar. It would have been fitting if the clock had stopped at 3:07, since this is a battle of Wyoming and Idaho. But 3:03, you can see where my brain is.
1st and 5 here for Star Valley after the offsides penalty on the Sugar defense. Hovey in the backfield. Looks to his left on the out route, caught by Thompson on the sideline, cuts back upfield and steps out of bounds to stop the clock. It will be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down and puts Star Valley inside the Riverside Dental red zone down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:46 remains in the game. Braves a chance to tie it up.
So you got back-to-back receptions in essence to Travis Thompson. He's up to 3 catches, 47 yards.
Braves will line up. Hatterley in the backfield with Hovey in the shotgun. Roman Erickson wide to the right side with 2 other receivers on that end tight. Instead, they go left to Lancaster, caught inside the 10, makes a move and up the sideline near the first down marker. Now they're connecting to Lancaster. We'll see if they move the chains. It's inside the 10. And it looks like they'll spot him just shy, about 2nd and a short 1 to go, 2nd and half a yard inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Clock down to 2:41 to go. Star Valley trailing 21-14 late in the game, but threatening inside the 10, 2nd and short. Hatterley to the left side of Hovey, trips to the right, looking left, wants to throw, flushed out of the pocket and sacked. Hovey goes down outside the 10-yard line, and that will be now 3rd down and 5 with the ball spotted back to the 12-yard line.
In on that stop, we got Dax Blazer, number 52, and I think it was Everett Poole. Nope, that was 74, Dax Roberry. Roberry. I'll tell you what, you look at this, though, from Phoenix Hovey. He wanted to find Nathan Hatterley to the left, but
Here's Phoenix throwing to the right, has a man caught. Thompson breaks a move and spins, looking for that first down. He's really close. Really, really close. The ball stopped shy of the 5 at about the 6-yard line. He is going to be short. 4th down, and we have an injured Sugar-Salem player on the far sideline. It's going to be Latrell Markle, who looks to be cramping up on the far side. He'll get some help up, and it's going to be 4th and 1. With the game on the line, actually 4th and inches with the game on the line. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. And they'll resume play after Markle gets help off the field for what appears to be cramps. And so Star Valley still with all 3 timeouts if they need it, but right now they just need the first down. 4th and inches inside the 10. They need to convert to stay alive, and there's actually going to be a timeout called by Coach Young to make sure he has the right play call and everything he needs. We'll take it. 30-second timeout. Braves marching down the field, trying to tie it up late on SVI.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
After the timeout, Star Valley will have 2 timeouts remaining, but most importantly right now, 4th and inches from the 6-yard line. Down by a touchdown with 1:34 remaining in the game. Braves go big in the I formation. Turn, handoff, first down inside the 5. Tackled shy of the goal line near the 3-yard line. It was Kyan Watson. Left side, moved the chains. The Star Valley Orthodontics first down, and it's 1st and goal. Coach Young calling for the hurry up. Down to 1:25 to go in the game. Now the Braves need the goal line. They convert on 4th and short. Bread and butter. Here he is in the end zone. Touchdown standing. Kyan Watson. A PAT away from a tie game. 1:18 to go in the 4th quarter. 21-20.
Sometimes you misdirect. Sometimes you throw a wrinkle. Sometimes you slap on the bread and butter and say, try and stop me.
Did you see the pancake block from Matauatia? Look at it on the replay, and boom.
Well, he does wear number 0. It is kind of pancake shaped.
Now the PAT for the tie. Lawson, snap, hold, kick. We're knotted up. 21-21. 1:18 to go. PAT's good. Kickoff next. Drama down the stretch. Tied Star Valley Sugar-Salem on the SVI Sports Network.
You could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Kyan Watson caps off a drive for Star Valley that results in a tie game. 1:18 to go. And now Coach Richens of Sugar-Salem thinking he has 2 timeouts. 1:18 to go. They have missed a field goal already in the game, but it's tied with the score sitting at 21.
Boy, how big is that feeling right now, too? Because it was well within distance, just a little to the right.
Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff from Tate Lawson. Now the Braves just looking to get a stop on defense and send this thing to overtime. Here's the kick. It's going to be returnable at the 10-yard line on the run. Quickly to the 20 and dragged down from behind by Travis Thompson for a nice tackle to set up along field.
Man, he is having himself a second half.
So far, Star Valley has held Sugar scoreless in the second half.
Look at that.
It was 21-14 or 21-7 at half, and the Braves need one more series of defense here after tying up the game 21-all. 1 minute, 13 seconds remains in the 4th quarter.
We've seen some big plays from Sugar-Salem. There was a 51-yard run from Tonks, a 52-yard touchdown run from Ace Clark.
From their own 22, trips left side for Fillmore. 2 timeouts to work with. Fillmore to throw, sets up the screen. Caught on the run, but guess who? Travis Thompson is there first. He has some help with a big hit from Kyan Watson to clean things up. And it's going to be just a gain of 1 on the screenplay.
Some good pressure up the middle there from Erickson and Matauatia. And Fillmore kind of had to lob that maybe a little higher than you would have liked on that screen. I think it kind of messed up the timing.
That was a big pop from Kyan to clean up the tackle. Timeout taken on the field. 1:01 to go in the game, tied at 21, 2nd and 9 for Sugar, back at 30 on SVI.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
2nd and 9 for Sugar-Salem from their own 23. Minute 1 to go in the game. Fillmore throws short, caught, tackled immediately. Just a 2-yard gain on the play.
And Roman Erickson making sure there was no run after that catch.
Another timeout taken, this one by Star Valley. Now Coach Young is thinking he wants to stop the clock and see if he can score and win this thing in regulation. So he'll stop the clock with the timeout. That is his final timeout. So Braves are out of him, but it does stop the clock at 54.1. So maybe you get an incomplete pass here or a stop at least. And even if it's a stop with the clock running and you force a punt, you're still going to have about 20 or 30 seconds.
And then, this is also a moment where you got a really successful veteran coach like Coach Richens. Maybe you do a play action here. You watch out for the waggle. Jake told us all week. Somebody might come out of the backfield and be wide open, so you got to be wary of that.
Here it is, 3rd down and 6. From their own 26-yard line, Sugar-Salem with the football. 54 seconds remains, tied at 21 all.
The Diggers are 4 of 9 on 3rd down tonight.
Fillmore shotgun. Rolls to his right. Looking downfield, fires, tipped, intercepted! Intercepted by the Braves. Tip ball and Crew Morgan with the INT. The Braves have the ball with great field position at the Sugar 41-yard line. 47 seconds to go. Here's the pass from Fillmore on the replay. It was tipped by Thompson, I believe, and then Crew Morgan with the diving interception, and the Braves have the ball. 47 seconds to go. No timeouts remain.
Man, what a job by Crew Morgan. And he was diving toward the Sugar sideline. I was waiting to see what their faces looked like, to see if maybe he trapped it. And they had their hands on their helmets saying, nope, he got it.
Braves have scored all their second half points in this 4th quarter. They tied things up, and they've outscored Sugar 14-0 here in the second half. Now a chance to win it down the stretch. There's going to be a false start, though, on the Braves on the outside. And that'll make it 1st down and 15.
6 penalty totaling 45 yards tonight for the Braves. That actually, if you're a Star Valley fan, that actually might be considered good luck. I think the last drive they started with a false start and finding the end zone. So maybe it's good fortune.
Dane Jensen goes down with an injury. He's holding his right ankle. He's trying to get off the field, and he couldn't, so he's going to sit an official's timeout. 46 seconds to go.
Kelman Phillippe comes in. Maybe he'll replace Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Coaches will come out, and Star Valley will go back to the sideline. And we'll hope the very best for Dane Jensen here. What a turnaround in this game, as Star Valley was down by 14 when this 4th quarter started. Now they have a chance to win this game late.
Here's this interception from Crew Morgan. Looked like Travis Thompson got the tip, although could have been tipped by the Sugar-Salem player as well. I think that was Travis. Crew Morgan brings it in. Looks like Dane's going to be walking off, so that's good. But look, just kind of set the table for you. 46 seconds left. The Braves are at the 46 of Sugar-Salem. No timeouts. The Diggers have 2 timeouts.
1st and 10. They can win if they can get in field goal range, or maybe just score a touchdown. Phoenix Subby trying to quiet the crowd, but it's not working. They're ringing the cowbells here, hoping for a late victory. Here's the play. to throw. Pump fake. Hovey steps up. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. Looks for the sideline. Does get out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Maybe a yard or maybe none.
And now Hovey a little gimpy after the play. The clock is stopped at 39.7 seconds after a 5-yard gain. Get him back to the 41.
I was looking at the sticks. Yeah, he got back to the original line of scrimmage. That was 5.
Kyan Watson subs out of the game. Zach Thompson subs in to play wide left. 2nd and 10 now. 39 seconds remaining.
Coach Kazer's saying go ahead and make some noise.
Hovey in the shotgun, empty backfield. 39 seconds to go. Hovey steps up, eludes the sack, and he's hit from behind, throws the ball, and it's incomplete to set up 3rd down and 10. Just got it away in time.
Well, he was able to duck the initial swipe there from Sugar-Salem, and that one was one of those you kind of hold your breath. Sometimes you'll see the defender able to swipe through and force a fumble, but Phoenix was able to at least get the ball propelled forward for an incomplete pass.
35 seconds remains in the game. 21-21. Again, Star Valley with no timeouts. But they need 10 yards from the Sugar-Salem 41-yard line. Hatterley in the backfield with Hovey in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hovey to throw. Rolls to his right, sets his feet, fires deep. Looks down the field, and it is caught by Erickson! Caught by Roman Erickson in traffic! He did it again! How did he do it? In traffic, in coverage, and Roman does it again! 27 seconds remains, and number 11 with the go-ahead touchdown!
Are you serious? 41 yards. Roman fighting for it, and pulls it in to go ahead for the 2nd straight year. He won the game last year in Sugar City. Is this the game winner this year? Oh, what? That is an unbelievable catch. And what a gutsy throw from Phoenix Hovey.
There is a flag after the play. The touchdown's going to count. The flag came in late. It's 27-21.
I don't even know what happened. I could see this being like a celebration type of penalty here just because everybody just lost their mind.
Roman Erickson caught the game winner last year. He just did it again. 27 seconds remains. Touchdown does count.
Good.
There's going to be a sideline warning afterwards against Star Valley, which you know what? You can go with that.
And then an unsportsmanlike penalty after the sideline warning, which means maybe they warned him twice. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Now Sugar-Salem trails for the first time tonight, and it comes with 27 seconds remaining.
Roman Erickson has 2 touchdown catches tonight from 2 different quarterbacks, one from Cooper and one from Phoenix.
Now the ensuing PAT from Carpus Plus Color Tile. Here's the snap, good, hold good. Kick is off the mark, maybe a little left. Does it sneak in? It just sneaks in the left upright. And the Braves up by 7, 28-21. 21 points here in the 4th quarter for Star Valley to take a 7-point advantage. Back in 30 with the kickoff after this.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
What a comeback for Star Valley. Starting the 4th quarter down 21-7. They've ripped off 21 points here in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter to take a 28-21 advantage. 27 seconds to go, but my, what a touchdown pass from Hovey. Again to find Roman Erickson down the stretch. 6 points, PAT's good, 27 seconds. Coach Richens and the Sugar-Salem Diggers do have 2 timeouts, but they need a touchdown now, trailing by 7.
And this is a factor here, though, Duke. After the unsportsmanlike, it pushes the Braves back. So you've got a guy like Ace Clark back here. This could set up Sugar-Salem for a pretty good return. So watch out for this.
There was just a celebration type unsportsmanlike penalty. Student section and everybody on their feet here on the Braves sideline as Lawson will boot off the Carpets Plus color tile kickoff now from his own 25-yard line. Sugar hoping for a big return with a short field. Here's a squib kick. It's going to bounce at the 50, filled it on the run, hit, broken tackle, and Sugar's going to have good field position. Weren't able to kick it deep, and now Sugar with 2 timeouts, not dead yet, 24 seconds to go.
And when you look at that decision, that might be because you don't want to chance a big return from a guy like Ace Clark or one of those guys that's had a ton of success. But, yeah, now you got a short field, 2 timeouts, 24.4 seconds left, and Sugar-Salem needs a touchdown.
46-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 timeouts to go with 24 seconds remaining. Shotgun sets for Frank Fillmore. Trips to his right side, 1 to his left. Calls the play. Noise coming from the Star Valley bleachers. Fillmore to throw. Flushed out, steps up in the pocket. He'll tuck it, can't run, still scrambling. Back to his right, he will not go down. Finally, he's sacked. Sacked inside the 50. Finally brought down by Kyan Watson in a timeout taken by Coach Richens. Just 12 seconds remaining, nobody open downfield, and the coverage sack to Kyan Watson.
Loss of 5. Will Linford back there, 87, also giving pursuit. And then look at Crew Morgan coming in, kind of forcing the issue. And he kind of herded him back into the middle with Kyan Watson. Ryan Talbot was in there too, number 70. And the thing about Sugar-Salem, they typically, when they got the lead in the ball, they're hard to beat. They're not necessarily a big play through the air kind of offense, not necessarily. And so right now, they're looking into the playbook, seeing what they can find.
Just 1 timeout now remains for Sugar, 12.3 seconds to go in the game. Star Valley up by a touchdown, 28-21. It's a 5-yard loss on the sack. So now from their own 49-yard line to Sugar-Salem. Noise coming from Star Valley to throw. Curl route, caught but on the turf, and it will be a completion.
Nate.
And the clock's still running. Finally stopped at 5 seconds. They stop it to set the ball. Now a snap and a spike. It's going to be 4th down with 1.4 to go.
I thought they still had a timeout as well.
I did as also. And they stop the clock to spot the ball, and then it winds once set, and Sugar-Salem spikes it. So now it's going to be 4th and 8, but that's irrelevant at this point because you have to have a touchdown. So this is it. Sugar needs a 44-yard miracle.
As they say in the pros, bat it down.
Fillmore from the shotgun. Looking, fires deep right side, and it's batted down by Thompson. And the Braves come from behind to win.
Wow.
They storm the field, and your final, Star Valley 28, Sugar-Salem 21. Again, the hero tonight, number 11 for the 2nd time against Sugar-Salem. The big touchdown catch, the go-ahead game winner. Roman Erickson pulls it in. And Star Valley 21 points in the 4th quarter to notch a win. And now that is how Star Valley breaks the record.
And that is a new consecutive win streak for Star Valley history. That's 24 games in a row. The unbeaten streak is 35, but this class has the winning streak record now at 24.
First loss of the year for Sugar-Salem. Star Valley advances to 3-0 in your final 28-21. Silver Star post-game coverage here from Braves Field, live on the SVI Sports Network. Silver Star, take flight to faster Wi-Fi. Learn how at silverstar.com. Mutual respect from both programs, of course, as always, as they shake hands at midfield. Jake Hibbert, we're out of breath. You better take it away, my friend. What do you have for us in the post-game highlights around the state of Wyoming? We'll be back here from Braves Field to wrap this one up. We'll send it out to Jake.
Yeah, I got so much for you guys, so let's go ahead and, as they say in the business, hit it. Well, we had the 3A and 4A games really kind of getting going this year. The week 3, first couple of weeks, my goodness, Sugar-Salem to break the record. Wow, nothing as good as that, but number 4, Douglas at number 2, Cody. Looked like Douglas had a chance early. That went to number 8, and I say number 8 because that's what Wild Preps calls him. We're working. David Settle can't be blamed for that one. He only gets what the team sends him. Despite that early lead going up 7-0, Cody would give up a safety but score all of the touchdowns the rest of the way and take that one by a final there of 28 to 9 there on the final. Going over to Buffalo and Jackson. Number 5, Jackson had it controlled. And look at this, Grant Johnson over to Tyson Kendall. It was a candidate for play of the week. Oh, but what will it make it? Final on that one, Jackson runs away with it. Green River and Rollins talk about running away 45-0, and Dax Taylor gets a pick 6 here and runs into the end zone. Again, 45-0, the final in that. We have Powell and Lander, and that's Lander's Brock Baker, or Braden Baker, 62 yards either way. I couldn't keep up with his name. They couldn't keep up with him. Big roll for Powell. They get shut out. Evanston and Riverton. Look back right here. We got the jump pass. Taking a look at the Tim Tebow impersonation. And over right into Paxton Yates. That's his first touchdown of the year. Would be his only. Riverton gets the big win over Evanston. Sheridan and Natrona 1 versus 3. Ended up being mostly number 1, but isn't it usually at the 4A? 34-7 that final. Sheridan wins it. Campbell County at Rock Springs. This is a nice little run by the quarterback. Coulter Lang and Gillette ran away over Rock Springs 33-6 on the road. I have a feeling it was probably windy at that game. Kelly Walsh and South was over quick as Kelly Walsh getting a touchdown pass here over from Carter Alvar to Ben Feder down the sideline. Final score in that one, 48-0 on that one. Laramie and Central, I did get a score, and that one goes 28-6. That was Carter Witt on the touchdown run. Have East and Thunder Basin. Number 2 East will stay right where they at as Keyshawn Brown finds a hole, and we call that breakaway speed. He broke away from the camera again. What a surprise. Dow, like I said, Nintendo's at least have scoreboards on their video games. 21-14. East gets that victory. And we have Justice Platts, D1 bound, taking on Lovell. And look at this run. It was a candidate for the play of the week. Come on, let's go, guys. Here we go. Justice fakes it, read option right up the A-gap, splits outside, cuts in, finds the left corner, and pushes in. What could beat that as Mountain View gets the 21-12 win? What could beat that for play of the week? Well, you didn't have to go far, guys. It's Elia Mautautia. I'm sorry, I can't do my Berman impersonation, but that on the edge, that was a edge setter, and the touchdown, 2,000 pounds of muscle, getting the score there and getting the win on their home opener. Nice job. I bet the coach wants to talk. I'll get it back to you guys. Thanks.
Jake Gibbert, thank you very much with the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. Braves win it 28-21, outscoring Sugar-Salem 21-0 as they celebrate through the student section under Sweet Caroline here at Braves Field. And what a home opener now, and what a way to break the all-time consecutive win streak in program history.
I don't know that there is a better home field advantage or a home field presence than what you see at Star Valley High School. It is unbelievable. They turn out for this game. It's all the way around the field. The bleachers are full before the game even starts, in essence. It's just an unbelievable atmosphere. These kids will remember this the rest of their dang life.
Silver Star Communications post-game show, and a special one at that. Again, final 28-21. Braves remain perfect on the year after a big win against visiting Sugar-Salem. Star Valley has swapped games next week. They were planning to play West Side. That game's been canceled, and instead it's going to be Soda Springs next week. But until then, we'll celebrate this one tonight. Looks like Millie Kazare is going to be down on the field with a whole host of crimson and gold tonight for the post-game report.
Are those all the seniors? That might be what it is.
Looking forward to this one. And then, of course, we'll have Coach McKay Young and get his thoughts at the end of it as well. So stay tuned for stats. Stay tuned for the player of the game. Looks like we do have Millie Kazare ready to go with the Miles CPA sideline report post-game. Millie.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, we'll see if we can catch Millie in a little bit. That's a great scene down there, though, with all those.
That's cool.
And in the second half, in the locker room, we talked about how we need to come together and play better as a team together, do our jobs, and not worry about.
Hold on, we're ready.
The assignment of our other teammates.
All right, now let's go down to Millie Kazare.
I think that just kind of showed in the second half. We all relied on one another and did our jobs, and it worked out in our favor.
Awesome. And what does playing in a game this close teach you and your team? Does anyone?
You got it.
Resting. It's important to stay united and to give the team energy. Can't be mopey.
Oh, yeah. And I got one more question. This is the first home game of the season, as you guys know. How do you feel the crowd affected your performance today?
The crowd was amazing tonight.
Yeah.
The crowd was going crazy.
Time in the lights.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'll go to Coach. Okay. All the way in the back over here. So, what are your takeaways from such a close game?
You know, we were going into the fourth quarter, and I think we were down 21-7. And obviously with Josh Allen playing for the Bills, a lot of guys watched the Bills-Ravens game a couple weeks ago. We pointed up to the scoreboard together, and we say, anybody watched the Bills game last week? We got them right where we want them, right? And at the end of the day, it comes down to players making plays, and I'm just so proud of this group. We could have hung our heads, but these seniors won't allow that. These guys have never lost a game in high school, and they weren't about to let it happen tonight, so super proud of them.
Yeah, and Sugar-Salem is a really good team. Why do you pick to play such a tough one?
We want to expose weaknesses early. You never want to figure out your weaknesses in November when it's too late to fix them. So Sugar did a great job tonight. Tip my hat to those guys, that staff, those kids. They're second to none. And but they exposed some things that we need to fix and work on if we're going to accomplish our goal of 4 in a row.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, you guys. It was a really good game, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Millie.
Back to you guys.
Let's celebrate, boys.
Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Great post-game interview there with Coach Young and the seniors with Millie Kazare, the Miles CPA sideline report. Braves walk it off with a 21-0 fourth quarter to win it 28-21. Now let's dig into that score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
All right, well, first for the Diggers, Frank Fillmore. I had Frank 7 of 13 through the air tonight for 33 yards, so not a lot through the air. The ground game was pretty lethal for the Diggers tonight. Kimball Tonks did most of that, 21 carries, 158 yards on the ground. Ace Clark had 5 carries, 78 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. He caught the other one. Those were all in the first half. Frank Fillmore had all 48 of his rushing yards in the second half. 39 carries for 287 rushing yards for the Diggers tonight. At 33 receiving yards for a total of 320 tonight. And 1 turnover, but it was a big one there late. The Star Valley Braves overcame 3 first half turnovers. Phoenix Hubby goes 19 of 36, 287 yards, and the game-winning touchdown to Roman Erickson there at the end. Cooper Lancaster went 3 for 3, 27 yards and a touchdown through the air. Cooper also had 10 receptions for 171 yards and a touchdown. Roman Erickson, 4 catches and 2 touchdowns, including the game winner again for Sugar-Salem. They may not let him even in Sugar City next year because he's a junior. He'll be back. They may not let him in town next year. He's been the game winner 2 years in a row in this series. So 314 through the air, 40 on the ground, 33 of which came from Kyan Watson, and a rushing touchdown. Nathan Hatterley had one as well, and a total of 354 for the Braves tonight in a very tight, classic ball game here between 2 really good teams.
That's a look at your Battleston Brothers Flooring Carpet One post-game battle stats. Quality, price, and service. A block south of the Arch in Afton, with the Braves defeating Sugar-Salem 28-21. And that one is the game winner from Roman Erickson.
Just went up and got it. Just went and got it. And you think back to the end of the first half, they went to Roman 3 times in a row. It ended up being an interception. And Roman looked kind of beat up at the end of the first half. He looked pretty good right there. As the old football adage is, if you catch the touchdown, you're not going to feel any pain.
Well, Dal, with that in mind, how about your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game?
It could be so many players, but how do you not give it to Roman tonight? 2 second-half touchdowns. He was a force on defense as usual, the game winner, and going to go with Roman tonight. A heck of going crane kick tonight, and wins it here against the Diggers.
Roman Erickson, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That's StarValleySkidoo.com. What a game. Braves trailed 21-7 at half. They trailed 21-7 to start the fourth quarter, and they win it 28-21 the final.
And just want to give another shout. What a huge interception from Crew Morgan. Don't want to downplay that. That set up the final. Here it is right there, that tip from Travis Thompson. Travis Thompson had a heck of a fourth quarter, both sides of the ball. So really is a team effort. So when we pick these, just keep that in mind. Everybody had their part in this.
This game breaks the all-time consecutive win streak for Star Valley. They stay perfect on the year at 3-0. Star Valley will be at Soda Springs next week. That's a change up from what was originally set to take place at Westside. Instead, Star Valley gets Soda, and then we are into conference play after that. But for tonight, a win over Sugar-Salem in Afton. Your final 28-21. Thank you for joining us this evening as we wrap up the Silver Star Communications postgame show. I'm Duke Gans with Dal Erickson, producer David Kazare, and as always, a fantastic camera crew bringing you all the angles and the high-definition shots tonight on the SVI Sports Network.